Now, let me just get. What up, people? This is your boy, and of course, I have Katie with me. I'm gonna introduce everybody else, but this is NCAS, and we're talking about our E3 blowout and recap of what happened last week. For anybody out there who noticed, I basically tuned off of E3 for the whole week because I kind of know certain things that was gonna go on. So um, I just basically just tuned out, know what's gonna go on. So I spaced out because I just wanted to see E3 for what it is and enjoy life. There's something outside called life, and I like it other than gaming. So before we get deep into this thing, I want to say for anybody up there who's going to be listening to now or later at the beginning, check this out. I'm going to let you know three things. One, in the description, we're gonna talk a little bit about Microsoft and Sony, but in this description right now, if you want a full detail of Microsoft and Sony E3 recap, the highlights and everything, there's a link in the video of the description right now that you can go to that video and hear my true honest opinions on that. I didn't throw no shade. It was just true honest opinions of what I saw, and I didn't bash
Wait,
that.
wait, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You just a Nintendo fan, Nintendo Defense Force, innit?
Well, can you let me get through the intro?
You just stick up for anything that Nintendo says, you fanboy.
Could you let me get through the intro?
No, but that's how it's gonna be seen through the eyes of these fanboys. That let's be honest.
Okay. Let me get to my intro though, Micah. All right. Second.
I'm sorry.
Second, if I don't talk about a game in the recap of or what we talk about here, because I'm gonna throw some topics and we're gonna talk about it and just keep it going fluently. If I don't talk about a game, doesn't mean that those games that are bad or not. It was just not for me to talk about it. But also in the description and link, there's my full recap of everything Nintendo. I talk about everything that was not for me and for me, financial wise and everything about it. So we talk about that. And last but not least, if you want to know my true opinions, I'll say this right here. Everybody come into the how should I say the conferences. If you want, I'm not delusional. I'll tell the truth. From my eyes, Microsoft had a better conference. Nintendo didn't have the digital event did not wow anybody. That's cool. And if that's what you mean to hear about, that's it. You can go on. You can stop the tape and keep on moving. If not, you want to listen to people just talk about cool stuff. You could basically again. I want to introduce my guest. Of course, I have of course the lady of the end duo, Katie. How you doing?
I'm cool.
You cool? All right. And of course, I have my brother from across the pond, the double agent, my man himself, Micah. What's going on, bro?
Hey, you're not supposed to tell people that I'm a double agent. That's some secret shit, fam. You can get your life killed for that, you know.
Okay, double M. You're right.
Yeah.
And then we have
I think, what's up, people? All I'm saying, like, some fanboys are gonna get slapped the shit out of today. That's all I'm saying.
Cute.
Okay. And then we have, of course, George, which is Team Everything. What's going on, George?
Yes. I want to thank everybody, and I want to thank Liger for having me today, and can't wait to get into the nitty-gritty of this podcast. Let's silent all the fanboys.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Thanks. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna call out your name. We go talk, and you can say anything you want because I really don't care. Just give us your honest opinions about it, and let's go with it. First, we're gonna look at basically because N and N do is Nintendo. That's what we're gonna talk about. So Nintendo in E3. Nintendo in E3. First, I want to start off. I'll start with the lady of the house. Let's talk about the Smash Brothers Direct Sunday morning. So, Katie, what's your thoughts on the Smash Brothers Direct?
They came out of nowhere with that. That was great. That was fantastic.
All right. Well, did something perk your interest in that Direct, man?
I mean, the DLCs, they're great. I was like, Ryu's being added. Because everyone knows that the only DLC I care about is the Wolf DLC. And I hope that is a thing eventually in the future. I really hope so.
Nah, but Wolf is awesome though.
But with they had the new they had Roy and Ryu, and I thought they were pretty awesome. Roy is now becoming my second main, so I thought that was pretty cool. The new stages, everything, and I'm just like, wow, I'd be flung back into Smash, just violently. It was just great.
And you know it's hard for you because you are Splatoon. Like I said, hard to pull you from Splatoon, and now you play Smash again.
Still play Splatoon, but it's like Smash is just calling to me.
I heard that. You can't deny the pull of Smash.
Yeah.
But it
Oh, it's
was
my
great,
turn?
and the
Oh.
amiibos and the other wave of Smash and Game & Watch could go
What you-
someplace.
I know your hatred for Game and Watch. I saw it live. Yeah, that one. I got you. I got you. All right. Double M. What about you? What do you think about the Smash Direct?
I'm gonna describe it in one word. Hadouken!
I must have lost him in the connection.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Guys? 1 second.
Huh.
Yeah, I lost connection with him. George, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine. You can hear my mic? Yeah, you can hear my mic?
Huh?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Yeah, so, something must be going on with the connection going around.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
I
hear
was
you now.
switching on.
Yeah, and it's nothing to do with the connection. I was trying to create a quick satire video, but the video editing software takes over my webcam mic as well, so it overrode. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll start with you again, and I'll ask George a little bit. For you, what is the Smash Direct? What did what's your thoughts on it?
I'll describe it in one word. Hadouken!
I hear you, man. But everything was. But yeah, what's your thoughts? Is other than the one word?
I just did that.
Why can't that be his thought?
No, I was just messing about. I was just messing about, and I said that. No, it was cool. It was a nice surprise. It's nice that they put so much detail into Ryu. They literally took him. It's like they took him directly from Street Fighter and put him into Smash. So, I think that's kind of cool. So, Roy and Lucas, I really like Lucas in Brawl. I thought it was cool. Unlike most of these narcissistic Smash fanatics, I really never cared that much for Roy. I mean, it's cool for the people that wanted him, but I could if Roy never came in the game, I really couldn't give a fuck. Most of the things that was surprising to me was how well they, I mean, obviously we already knew about it because of the leaks, but most of the things that was surprising to me was just how well they actually implemented Ryu's moveset, the attention to detail that Sakurai put into it, and I thought that was really cool.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to tournament mode, and finally they're making the replay videos in a format that you can actually read on your computer.
Yep.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much satire? You know how much potential for satire I have now.
Me and Katie have seen your videos, and we know the potential.
I was trying to develop another one, but it won't let me use the mic on here and use the program at the same time.
Okay.
So we'll just have to wait till after.
No problem. All right, George. What about you? What do you think about the Smash?
When I think about the Smash, I do think they should have put at least a DLC inside the event, because I do think, yes, it technically started before E3 if you think about it, but it was a good content that they gave us before the Direct with Roy, and those were interesting. I was hoping maybe because they're putting Roy, because I wanted Snake in the game. I wanted Snake back in the game. You know, like like on
Yeah,
that
that ain't
voting thing.
happening.
Yeah,
On that voting thing,
yeah.
I voted for Snake. I wanted Snake to come back because he was such a good player. I think they could have improved on a couple things, but I was just beast with Snake, and I wish they would have put him back. You know,
Yeah, that's another
uh,
I
character they
think
put
I
quite a bit of
heard
attention
from
to detail into him.
yeah,
I think I heard from someone that basically that they didn't do the ballots yet. I think they had Ryu and Roy them as they were already planning to add them. That's what I heard.
yeah,
But
Yeah,
they
there
haven't
was.
started with the ballots yet. But
Yeah.
it's
yeah. I
like
heard
okay,
that.
there might be a chance.
Yeah. Well,
Might
I'll say one thing just to go behind what you just said, George. I mean, you said before E3, it's E3. E3 is a whole week long thing, so
I know,
conference are
I
not
know.
just the only thing about E3. Yeah. So, but I'm not saying nothing bad to you about it. I'm just saying that's what I
Yeah,
wish people could understand. It's a whole week of that's why it took a whole
it's his
week
whole
off
week.
because
It was his
I
whole
was off
week.
of YouTube and not doing
Yeah,
stuff. It was like, yeah. But you know what? I have to say, I'm jumping behind all you guys. Okay, the direct was pretty cool. I like that the direct was pretty cool, and that how should I say this? As Mike has said with the whole touch the detail, they put in a bunch of detail in Roy. I mean in Ryu. I'm sorry, in Ryu
Yeah,
because
fuck
like
Roy.
you said, huh?
Fuck Roy.
Whatever, man. I love Roy. Roy's one of my people I like. But anyway, uh, but anyway, but what I want to say is, I like the whole, how should I say this? Like I said, the attention to detail they put into Roy. I mean, Ryu, keep on saying Roy. Ryu is awesome. You have the sound effects that sound exactly like Street Fighter from the Super NES time. You also have, like I said, and you know, to have those sound effects sync up exactly with the punches and kicks in the game that's so fanatic as Smash Brothers, man, that is freaking crazy. They put, I mean, and then of course you got to balance Roy and Ryu against 53 other. You also got to balance Roy and Ryu against 53 other characters to make sure that it's not OP over certain things, whatever. That took time, and also I have to say it also did great that they put all these move sets that you could put an input in in an old-fashioned way. I mean, they put time into Ryu. They put time into Ryu, and of course, I love also that they put also different move sets again from different games because again, like the focus button on Street Fighter 4, the that's
oh yeah, just to interrupt you
Capcom
real
was
quick. I might have to leave, so yeah, I'll come back.
huh? Oh,
Yeah, he
okay,
said
okay,
he
no
had to
problem.
leave,
He
but
was
he'll
gonna come
come
back.
back.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Like they took the to
Don't worry,
extend to go out, keep on
more
going
time
out.
for me to roast.
Whatever, man. But you have like we call it the kick, the Tatsu kick from Capcom versus Tatsunoko versus Capcom. I mean, they have so many moves that they brought from different games into him run, which he never really runs. He always dashes. So it's just weird how he fits in to this world. And it's for Sakurai and the team to put in all these great characters that are but if you said the genre, those names are at the top of those characters. Like you say fighting, everybody knows Ryu. You say you talk about Pac-Man, everybody has a game of Pac-Man. Sonic, you know, these guys are, I mean, iconic characters, and they're all in a fighting game. I know hey, Sakurai, my hat is off to you. Nintendo, my hat is off to you for paying to get this stuff to work, and you know it's cool. And I will say this about the DLC because a lot of people were saying I had a conversation with Dr. Feelgood, and hopefully he'll join in later on. If not, hey, it is what it is. But me and him had a conversation as he said he didn't like spending the money for the DLC and that's cool. And me and him had a talk, and we talked about it, but you know we disagree. We agreed to disagree, and we didn't come to fists or blows like most people. We just said, hey, it's cool because, like I said, I know the time to put in for the coding and
That's
all that
what
stuff.
grown folks do.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Carry on,
I know.
Viper.
No, that's it. I mean, but we talked about it. He was not. He's not buying the DLC because he says stuff like that. I understand that. I bought Ryu, Roy, and I bought Ryu, Roy, Lucas, of course, because I want my on the 3D, of course, on the Wii U version, so we can have a full game experience on that. Katie, of course, bought Ryu and Roy for her 3DS. She has her money. She did that. But the one thing we have not bought, and I speak with my money, and I'm not a hypocrite on that. I ain't paying for no skin. Still ain't gonna pay for no skin. Y'all can take that crap. I blame Nintendo for that too. No, I don't want no skins. I don't care about no skins.
I don't even think it's Nintendo. I think it's Sakurai more than anything. Hello?
Well, it could be Sakurai. No, but it could be Sakurai. But still, I'm not paying. No matter what game it is, no matter what it is, I'm not paying for no skins. I don't care. I don't care what game it is.
I agree
So
with
it could be a good game. It could be a Nintendo game. It could be a Sony game, PlayStation game. I don't care. I'm not paying for no skin. I never pay for a skin.
I wouldn't mind if the skins came out I wouldn't mind if the value of the skins was the same as in Hyrule Warriors, where you got a good selection for like a budget price, like less than like 89 pence or something like that. But to pay like the money that they're charging, like. The skins bundles are just as much as the freaking characters themselves. It's ridiculous. Fuck you, Nintendo.
True, and that's why I state that's what we stating right there. I mean, I ain't skins now. I don't really care for that. So, I mean, but like I said, the attention to detail they put into the DLC, yes, I reward people. Like I said, my wallet is my voice to these companies. I reward that. If that's good, I'll buy it. If it's not good, I don't buy it. That's the difference. So let's go with that. The good Shepherd has joined us. Shep, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. It's been a crazy day. What's going on, gents?
Try being behind the barbecue
Not
for
much,
4.5 hours.
Hey, did you at least get to taste your own food?
Yeah, I did sneak in a few sausages, burgers, and some chicken.
Okay, so it's not too bad then. I've been in that role before.
It's tiring. But you know what? Yeah, the funny thing happened is the person who because it was a Father's Day event, the person who bought all the chicken, because it was primarily black people there. She actually managed, and I don't mean to sound stereotypical, but she actually managed to exceed he actually managed to make her supply of chicken exceed the demand from black people, because there were 3 bags of uncooked chicken left over when I was done, as well as a whole set of cooked chicken left as well.
The only time I see that happen is when my sister throws a barbecue.
I want to know I want to know where she gets her business knowledge from, because that's some good business knowledge right there.
Well, it depends, because depending on the condition and how well she keeps the chicken, it could be a loss.
Huh?
But I doubt that. It's well taken care of, right? Back for another event.
I'm taking the piss, Shepherd.
I know. I'm being a smart aleck too, so don't mind me. I'm worn out. I had an interesting day today. It was a good one though.
You're not the only one, mate.
My computer's not turning on for some weird reason. I'm actually using my cell phone. I gotta figure out what's the deal. The tower's on, but the monitor's not receiving anything.
You might have to call what's his name? Shadow Fox.
Shadow. Nah, I'll probably just have to disconnect and reconnect the wires a couple of times. I don't think it's anything serious. I'm just too lazy to do it right now.
Let's remember now we're all live. We're talking like we're off air.
Oh yeah, we're having an off-air conversation live. Sorry.
Nah, it's all cool. Since I got to it, let me make sure he's speaking too, because the internet's going crazy right now. Yo, timeout. You could talk. You in?
Yeah.
Okay, timeout said. All right, everybody's all cool. So let's continue the conversation. So since I got you talking, timeout, what do you think about the Smash Direct?
Which one?
The Smash Direct that happened Sunday.
Oh. Hold on. Wait.
Say
that again?
Okay, we're talking about E3. We're talking about Nintendo and E3. So we're talking about everything that happened in E3. And last week we had the Smash Direct with Sakurai introducing Roy, Ryu, the stages, that stuff.
Okay.
What's your thoughts?
Shoot. I didn't really let me see. I mean, I watched it, but it was later.
It's
I
cool.
thought it was okay. I mean, you talking about the Smash one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was decent. I guess. I mean, it was just like it's direct. So I mean, it's what I come to expect of direct. So, uh, what
Okay,
I expected.
but you're not a Smash fanatic.
Yeah, I like Smash. I mean, not that crazy like that, but I mean, I
But you
play
so
it.
you have okay, so you didn't have a chance to play Ryu or like look at Ryu and say, oh, wow, this is cool that they got it. You have no thoughts about that stuff.
No, I'm still in the Cali, so I can't play nothing right now.
I got you. I got you. I know you're still over that side. Okay, that's cool, man. I'm gonna give it. I'll pass it back on to Shepard. What about you, Shep? What do you think about the direct that happened, the Smash direct that happened at the beginning of E3?
Um, okay. Ryu, I'm not gonna squeal like a little girl. I'm just gonna say I was most pleased, even though it was leaked ahead of time. Um,
I know, right?
the price for Ryu, I had mixed feelings of it initially, but when I thought about how much work is put into creating these characters and balancing it, and the sound effects, plus it has its own stage, it's not too bad. Usually I would be pissed about that type of thing, but I can roll with that punch. Um, paying for the additional costumes for the main characters is pure bullshit. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I
I'm
can't
with you.
condone that at
We're
all.
with
It,
hell.
that should be like
Mike just custom.
that should have been like an unlockable or something. You don't pay for something like that. Nintendo, I don't know what happened, who told them to do that, or if it's a good idea. I know they want to get with the times, but some things with the times is wrong. That was fucking wrong. Fix yourself.
I hear you, man. Like I said, Micah just started cussing out. He said, "F Nintendo for that, man." I'm with you too. I am not buying those skins. Put it this way: being that I've seen coding and everything from other people, that's why like I said, and everybody who thinks is they don't want to buy Ryu and whatever. Like I said, because Ken was talking, Dr. Figo was saying that me and him came to an agreement to disagree, but we cool. We didn't came to blows. But again, to see all the time they put in months, like I said before, they put in months, they put in the attention to detail and everything. Literally, I'm right now. Me and Katie, because what happened? Me and Katie just came back trying to get some sushi and stuff, and that's where we started the podcast late. So we started to do that, and
There we go.
what? Okay, so what happened was she was reading something. You were reading. Would you say you were reading, Katie, like the Shoryuken was an
Yes.
instant kill? Yeah, the Shoryuken was an instant kill if you input it with the regular Street Fighter style, and we came back in, we tested it out and stuff like that. I mean, to go through all that, and then for her, I found out that you could focus punch through the air. I didn't know you could do that. That is awesome. So if somebody's trying to hit, so if you could see a
But
bunch of
hold
people.
on though. That's not. I mean, it's awesome, but that's not fair because us old school gamers will destroy a lot of people if they're not careful. Because we could easily pull off those moves in our sleep.
Well,
I'm just
that's
saying.
no,
He's kind of
but
OP, dude. Don't get me wrong. I love it, and
no,
I'm,
no, no,
I'm gonna
no,
kill
no, no.
people with
He
him.
has a
But
weakness. He has a weakness. The
what's
weakness
his
is
weakness?
the weakness is if you're playing one-on-one with somebody and somebody's as you just said who knows those moves and stuff, it is dangerous. But when you're playing more than two people, they can't. Mario don't have the move sets to control the board like that. Like
Hmm.
if I have Samus and Metro, if I have Metroid and stuff, and Katie's
That is
clueless.
true, and it's a side
What
sled.
character is that?
No, that makes sense too because if you think about it,
What character are you
that
talking
half
about?
a
Ryu or
second.
Roy?
Ryu.
Okay.
If you think about it, the amount of seconds it may take to put in the input for the moves, all other Smash characters, you just hit a button and up, just hit a button and down. So you're right. In some cases, it could put Ryu at a disadvantage. If you pull it off, you'll
Yeah.
destroy people. But
Well, yeah, I mean, so me and Katie seen it, cause we've played with, as Katie has said, we played with Roy against Ryu. Roy is so fast, he can't, and we play with like 4 or 5 people on stage. Yeah, he can't keep up, and we could put on the highest settings, and he still can't keep up. So in a
oh,
setting
okay.
of a lot
So
of people, in a sentence of a Smash, which smashes a lot of people, Ryu is basically an OP. But if you go one-on-one, yes, you are right. You get the right character in the right hand, they can destroy you. And I have to say you're right on that.
I guess
So
that makes sense. A lot of the characters are freaking fast. It'd be hard for Riot to keep up, especially if there's a bunch of them on the screen at the same time.
yeah, because he cannot control. I could be wrong. I have not seen nobody yet online or whatever control the board with Ryu yet. One on one, yes, but with like 4 or 5 people, with, like I said, the usual 3, 4, 5 people on the Smash board, I have not seen him control the board yet because his moveset is towards one direction that everybody get. I could quickly just go across and take him out if he's not watching the person who's fighting with Ryu. So yeah, it's just one of those things that could be that. But again, it's still cool to see if you get, like you said, I'm finding out these cool things about Ryu that I could do. And that's pretty awesome. Still, you gotta if you gonna play these games, play to a certain degree. 'Cause like I said, Katie is like getting down with Splatoon and figuring out what her roller is, what her stuff is to use. So.
Oh shoot, she should sit down and talk with Ken, because that dude goes in with Splatoon. He'd be breaking down the stats for me. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know the game was that detailed.
Oh yeah.
This Nintendo, so that's kind of a given. Nintendo always has more depth if you look deep enough.
Well, the last Ncast we had is remember, Katie, at the beginning before we started, didn't you and Dr. Feelgood just went like crazy about Splatoon?
Yep.
I
mean, these
believe
guys were just going crazy. Yeah, they were like, oh, if you do this and if you do that, but if the boss did this and you do, I'm like, what the heck? So, but, I mean, basically, we're gonna do a real Ncast about Splatoon after all the DLC and everything is out when people get the
Yeah, you gotta wait till August.
Right now, like I said, just sitting back. Yeah, I'm just sitting back and enjoying the game. That's it. That's all we're doing.
Hey, Lager, and you made it perfect. Sorry. And that's what we need to tell people. People are like judging Splatoon as a final thing, like now. I'm like, no, this is a first impression. You want to do a full review of the game, wait until August.
Yeah.
People are jumping the gun. Just wait till August. Then you could trash the game if so be it.
I got you.
You shouldn't,
yeah,
but
that
yeah.
is true. Oh, nah, it's alright. But let's go to the next topic at hand. Basically, if anybody saw it and have any thoughts about it, I want I'll basically call on you. If you don't have any thoughts about it, that's cool. Other than just as Micah just did with one word saying with Hadouken. But basically, I'm gonna start with you, Micah. What about the Nintendo World Championship?
Oh, it was
any
awesome.
Thoughts on what?
I loved it. I mean, I don't know how the World Championships in the first World Championships were, because those games happened like 8 days before I was born. Literally, it was 8 days before I was born.
Yeah. I got you.
But it was really cool. I had that, even though I've never been to the World Championships in like 1990. Like I had that feeling like I was like I had experienced it, because you don't really see anything like this nowadays. And it really does express how strong the culture of gaming is. I mean, people came in, they all played different games and competed, they all had a level of respect for each other and things like that, and it was awesome. I mean, if gamers had that same attitude as if gamers had the same overall attitude as the people who were competing in the World Championships, where where they were showing showmanship and things like that, we wouldn't be in this situation of gaming today. I mean, it really just shows you how it's a shame, because even though on one side it was so enjoyable to see, and it made me proud to be a part of gaming culture. On another side, it's a bit depressing, because it kind of shows you like how far a lot of gamers have fallen as well, and how far gaming in general has kind of fallen. So that's the negative side to it. But that's just an unfortunate scenario. Really and truly, I love the World Championships. To me, that was the most enjoyable part of E3.
Okay, that's pretty cool. All right. What about you, the Good Shepherd? What do you think about? Did you watch the World Championship? And if you have any thoughts, put it on here.
Well, yeah, I watched it. I'll just keep it simple because Double said a lot. I could, I will say it was awesome to see they bring back fun. That's pretty much what that was. It was fun. We need more
Exactly.
fun. People forgot what fun was. It seems. I will say this.
Not what
They
fun
need
was,
to be.
what fun is. Fun
They,
hasn't gone
they need.
anywhere.
Yeah. They need to scrutinize these competitors more because some of these guys are scrubs. I'm sorry. They really sucked.
Yeah,
Anybody
the people who are playing Splatoon.
Hey, you know what? I'll say this to what you just said right there. You might be
Most of the people I know in our group, and I'm sure you're included in that, could destroy half the people on that stage. That's not bragging. That's a fact.
well. Okay.
But other than that,
Wait. Okay. Other than
am I
that.
wrong?
No.
No,
What
so
no,
other than
you're
that,
not wrong. No. I'm not. You're not wrong. What I'm saying is this: it's not easy to do what you just said, even though there could be scrubs. Also, to have thousands of people looking at you.
well, true. I ain't gonna lie to you. Stage fright is very powerful. You could be the best at
And these,
anything and then lock up on stage. So in that
yeah,
regards, you are
some of these
correct,
games
and
were
people tend
Twitch
to forget
based.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
some of
too
these.
busy trying not to freak out, and you gotta move fast.
Yeah, because I'll give you a story. Maybe, hopefully, we end the cast finish early. I can give you an exact story about that really. But yeah, you know what? Like I said, that's cool that you enjoyed and you saw what you saw. I mean, there are some people there. I looked at it like you said and say, yeah, you didn't play good, but it's
But
fun.
exactly. It was fun. They showed good sportsmanship from what I saw. They had a great time. Nobody, as far as I can tell, nobody really disrespected anybody. Whenever there was any jokes, it was more, fun, a little whatever. So that was great. I didn't see the
Okay.
end though. That much I will say. I didn't get to see the end. There was like Mario Maker in it or something.
Yeah, it
I
was
didn't
pretty
see like
cool at the end.
the last half hour I didn't see, so I got to go back onto the site and watch it.
Oh,
But
okay,
I
that's
saw
pretty
most of the
cool.
competition and it was cool. I could dig it.
Okay, that's good to hear.
They need to
All
bring that
right.
type of stuff back.
Uh, I know, right? So Timer, what about you? Did you have a chance to just watch it, see what's going on? What were your thoughts on the World Championship?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was good, man. It was especially the end. The ending was really good. I was about to jump out of my seat,
Okay, so I really need to hurry up and see the end. Cool.
especially because of the crowd. Because the crowd was going crazy
Into
too,
it?
especially when yeah. Wait, what was that?
But anything else that you saw that stand out to you?
Uh, Out of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I
Shoot.
say, if you have anything, like I say, get anything that you saw, like, oh, that was pretty cool or whatever. Cause we're just doing, like I said, we're just doing thoughts of E3. That's all we're doing. Give your honest opinion, the thoughts that you saw. I'm just bringing up the topic so you can just say, oh yeah, you know what, I did saw this or that or whatever.
I thought you were talking about the World Championship.
Yeah. World Championship was a part of E3, so that's what I'm talking
I,
about.
I,
The World
I
Championship.
thought you were
Anything
talking
that you saw that was,
am I delayed?
yeah, I think you're delayed. That's what the problem is.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
Yeah, we
but
have the
what
same
I'm
problem as
talking
me.
about, what is essentially the delay?
all right. I'm a wait. Hold on. I'm trying to get the delay thing right. Am I all right? So pause for a second. Okay. Cool. So for the World Championship thing, I mean, the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can't even think of a part that I would, it was just entertaining, pretty much. It was entertained by it, especially like I said, especially the end when the crowd was getting what do you call it, getting more into it, because they knew it was between the last two people, and it was like one on one, and which you didn't know. It was before the final what do you call it, the final, the one where they were running and that dude had to I don't know what the stage it was. It's the one where he had to like run on the moving board and jump on the next moving board and then jump on the shell, jump
Yeah.
on the shell.
Yeah.
And that one dude, he was like trying to I don't know what he was trying to do. He just kept, I don't know what he was trying to do. It was weird. He was I don't know. But when the second dude did it, I don't know what that first dude was doing. He was doing something weird, like he was trying, a moving board that's like goes like in a circle. You had to jump on it to give you some speed, and jump on the next one to give you speed. I don't know what the first dude, he kept trying to do something. I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was doing. Like I don't think nobody knew what he was trying to do. Like I don't know what. I was like, dude, just jump. Anyways, the second dude though, that was the most exciting part because when he got on it, and the first time he did it, like the whole crowd was like, oh. That I was like so I was jumping on my seat at that one point right there. I was ready to jump on my seat because it was like, whoa. I had went back and watched that one part over because I was like, man, that was like pure hype right there. That's all you need. They could have just showed that one part there and then showed the Reggie part, and that'd have been it. That's all they had to do.
I hear you. That's pretty cool that happened like that then. All right. Like I said, Katie, do you watch any of it, or you have anything to say about the Nintendo World Championship?
No.
Okay. Hey, there you go. Hey, let's keep it moving then. For me, I'll say this about the Nintendo World Championship, like Time Out, like Shepard and everybody said. This is gonna be a natural theme that might if you're gonna see building up, because I'm gonna do a video about this because this was annoying to see, but I'm happy that Nintendo did this event. It's like they did the Smash Invitational back then. They got a bunch of people, fans, into a theater, have fun, just showed fun gameplay, give people like you said, these guys were playing Mario Maker at the end, but they were playing a Mario Maker stage that was set up by Nintendo that was like havoc, and to see him come through there was the skill and whatever, that was pretty cool. So yeah, that was awesome. Some person and then to see somebody got a whole one in a lifetime trophy. There's no replica of that trophy right now. So he's proud as hell.
And it was good quality.
Oh yeah, it was. If you watch the tree live before it happened, it was hefty. It was
I saw
that.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh man, this is one hefty ass trophy. So it was cool that they did that for their fans and everything like that, which is awesome. I am happy that people went out there and enjoyed it, and it got a lot of views on YouTube and everything else. So it was good.
It was over 100,000. It was over 100,000 live views live at that.
I know. So that's pretty good.
I say they screwed up. Good. There's no lag not on my computer. They screwed up. You don't need a trophy. What they should have given them was a crown, a robe, and a championship belt. Maybe a scepter as well. That's the way to do it.
All right.
That's probably pure gold, man. That's probably some pure gold they gave him. Nah, that thing was heavy, man. It was something in there.
I bet you it was.
Okay, well, let's move on to our next topic. This is two topics in one.
You see,
really,
if I was doing it, I'd ask to have a tour of the whole R&D department of Nintendo.
You ain't getting that. You ain't getting that. If I can't get that, you ain't getting that.
That's impossible.
You know what the cost is? You know what the cost is just for asking that?
My life.
R&D is so damn secure.
I could just imagine. Say for some reason they did let me. I could just imagine if you breathe a word of this, we know where you live.
You breathe a word of it before someone even hears it, you're done. Nintendo's on your ass.
I just see Link coming down with the Master Sword to stab my head like Ganondorf, and then Samus with a zero laser just to finish me off. I'll be like, oh, how ironic, killed by my two favorite gaming characters.
Yeah, well, like I said, if I can't get past the white room, you ain't getting past the right. They should not get past the white room. I work for some of this stuff, so hell that should not be that. But anyway, let's continue on.
So once I get past the white room, do I go to see the black room?
I don't know what's past the right room. You can say what color you want it, but that's as far as it goes when you go to Nintendo Japan. If you're not a part of R&D and everything else, because they don't want to let you know anything they're doing in there. That's just not how they do it. So
how do you get hired?
Huh?
I'm plotting. I'm like, change my career next year.
They probably would have that for like they say they did have that in the competition. The winner would have to go through some extremely ridiculously difficult challenge to be able to do it. That it would be impossible for him to win.
Yep. Because even if you I'll tell you this
keep
right here.
trying.
Since you guys don't know, I'll tell you this right here. When you go to Nintendo Washington, like the Nintendo in Washington right there, once you get past their version of the White Room, inside there is like a Nintendo World Store. They have all kind of art on the wall, and they have figurines and everything in there. But they don't let. But again, they tell you no pictures, and they make sure they. I don't know if they block your phones, but they make sure you don't carry your phones in there. It's just one of the things they do. It's like Willy Wonka's factory.
Okay, so that means I go in with multiple phones.
What if I had like a wire and a hidden camera that they couldn't see, like something that's hidden in like a flower petal or something?
No, they'll scramble it. They probably got like.
They probably got. They probably have some EMP signals.
That's what they say. You see your flower start smoking for no reason. Like, what was that?
Just sparks coming from my chest, and they're wondering what the hell.
Oh my goodness. You
Nah,
stupid.
Reggie just finds the way, and you just be like, shakes his head. Your body wasn't ready.
I'll say, he'd be like, your body's not ready. And then he'd be see it fly out the window.
Oh my God, you people, it's crazy. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
You got me and Shep,
now,
Shep on the same podcast. What do you expect?
You should know better. Never have me and Mike on the same cast, or never have me and Dr. Feelgood on the same cast. You're guaranteed for trouble.
Mm-hmm. Here comes trouble. Here comes the danger.
Sorry, Mike, I can't hear you. I don't know if you're lagged out or.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Singing.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying.
Oh, no, I was singing. Don't worry.
You guys are all stupid, man. What the hell? Oh my goodness.
Don't hate that we got a sense of humor.
No, I know you got a sense of. I know you have a sense of humor. That's my point. I'm laughing for.
Nobody give an F with
guys.
You hating ass, but nobody give an F with your dumb ass think.
I'm gonna go off topic real quick, guys, for a second. This is way off topic. This don't even belong in this podcast. Matter of fact,
keep going. Keep going. Just the fact it's off topic, you gotta say it.
All right, I'm looking at, because this is pathetic. What are we coming to, guys? I'm looking at the VG charts, because I'm trying to fill something. I'm trying to fill something up from the website, and I'm just getting the top 10 games from each, this generation and last generation, right? I already knew this, but actually going back and looking at it again, I'm just like, what the heck? What's going on here? I'm looking at the top 10 games for 360, right? And I'm looking at it like, one, Connect Adventures. That's okay, cool. But two, Grand Theft Auto 5. Guess the next three. Guess the next four. 3 through number 6. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Halo. Grand Theft Auto. Halo. Call of Duty. What the heck is that? Top 10 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Call of Duties? Oh, come on, man. You gotta be. That's it. That's all.
But it's a shooter console. What are you thinking it would be?
I know.
It's a shooter console.
I knew it was gonna be like that, but I just had to.
I got you, man. I got you.
Whatever. Back on topic.
That's
what it is.
All right, let's keep things on topic. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll let you put your thoughts up so you catch up with us. Basically, the two things I've asked already is what you think of the Smash Direct and what you think about the Nintendo World Championship.
The Smash Direct was cool. More than likely, I'd buy Ryu and probably Roy too. The Nintendo Championship was entertaining, especially the end when they were playing Mario Maker. I enjoyed it.
There you go, Shepard.
Everybody keep talking about. I gotta go back on that website and watch that. I never saw the end.
All right, I'll watch that tonight. I got you. But yeah, anything else, King? Sorry, I just did a jab to Shepard because he said he didn't see the answer.
Nah, on those two topics, that's pretty much it.
Okay, all right. So let's keep it moving, people, so we don't get crazy now. All right. So next thing right now, I'm put these two together. And like I say, if you have an opinion, if you don't have an opinion about it, it's cool. You just keep it moving. The next thing that happened was we had the indie at homes, and we also had sales with it. And I'll split the sales out differently. But the indie at home, We had all these games that you could purchase, and if you pre-order, if not pre-order them, sorry, if you pre-download them and you play them, you get. And if you want to buy the game later on, you get 15% off, which is Nintendo's, something that Nintendo and the indie guys came together with. So I have a couple games that are in there that I like. So, but everybody else have a different taste. So I'll start off with Shepard. What do you think about the Nintendo Indies at Home?
I think that the general concept is friggin' awesome. I practically had a nerdgasm on Rive because that game is like, it reminds me of so many different games I loved as a kid. It's like Gradius, Blaster Master, Metal Slug, Battle Tank, and a bunch of other stuff. R-Type, exactly. Just they all merged and made this awesome weird baby. I friggin' love that. I mean, and the deal is great. I mean, think about it. You get to try out these games. You're just trying it out. You shouldn't have to pay a dime. And then if you want, you can buy the game later on 15% off. There is no lose in this. If you have not done it, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, just try it.
Yeah, there were about 9 games in that collection, so that was pretty cool. So Ray was one of them that stand out to you that you liked. Any more?
There was crap. I can't think of the game. Hold on, brain working. There was 3 games that I liked in particular, but Rive is the one that, of course, stands out the most to me.
Rive is awesome.
Huh? Yeah,
he said Rive was awesome.
I could just keep playing that one. Seriously.
Okay.
I'll get back to me because I'm trying to remember and I can't think of it right now. I might have to turn my Wii U back on.
No problem. King Pachi, what about you? I mean, I know you didn't play because you don't have a Wii U, but any thoughts about the Nintendo Indies at Home?
It's a cool idea. It, especially with the discount, it kind of reminds me of what Microsoft used to do with the Xbox Live Arcade, which was, I think, every last Xbox Live Arcade game you could just try them out. Like it didn't cost you anything, and if you like what you play, you could buy it immediately. I think they should bring that back.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one thing in the 360 age that I like with Xbox Arcade. It was like you get these games, test them out. That was pretty good. And I'm like, why didn't they bring it for Xbox One? But I'm not an Xbox division, so. But keep on going.
Oh no, I mean, like in general, I think the concept is nice. They should probably keep doing it. It shouldn't be like just this one-time thing. It's a good step in the right direction.
Okay, that's cool to hear. All right, what about you, Timeout? What about you? How about the Nindies at Home?
I didn't even check that out. I did check out the Humble Bumble, whatever that thing's called. Yeah, I did check. I did do that though. But I haven't checked out the Nindies at Home though yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot because you in California and not home. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, but when I was at home, I did get the Humble Bundle, and I've been playing that Phoenix Wright. That Phoenix Wright game, the lawyer game, whatever you call it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Phoenix Lawyer, and I've been playing this one game that I got on Mumble, that I didn't buy it from there, but I bought it because it like games you should play. And this is one game I got. It's this, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a musical game. You got to go with the rhythm. Man, that game, and it seems like it should be easy, man, but I'm getting mad at that game. But it's fun. It's fun. When I think I might turn my 3DS on and see what the name is, but man, I've been
playing Rhythm Heaven or something like that. I hope I don't. Yeah, you're right.
It's not no Rhythm Thief. Nah. It's not no Rhythm Heaven. It's not no Rhythm Heaven. It's I'm turning on my 3DS right now. But
Rhythm Thief.
Oh, Katie says Rhythm Thief. It's not Rhythm.
Nah, it's not. It's on right now. Let me check.
Or The Rhythm Final Fantasy 1.
Oh, okay. Theatrical Rhythm.
Oh, I'm checking right now.
Mighty Switch
Force.
Not that one.
Mighty Switch Force.
I love that game. It's tacky, but it's fun.
It is fun.
That.
Dang, where's this game at?
Dude, you lost the game.
Mighty Switch.
That's not it.
Alright.
Well, I'll blur it out when I find it.
It's just sad that the characters you lock up are so hot.
I hear you. Okay, no problem, Time. When you find when you get your chance to talk, you can say it then.
It's in one. I got all these folders. I forgot what folder I put it in.
I got you. But like I said, go
Here
ahead.
you
So
go right
next
here.
time you what?
Harmonite. Harmonite.
Oh, Harmonite. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Harmonite
Oh,
is
that
awesome.
game.
Yeah,
Man,
Harmonite is
Harmonite.
awesome.
Okay.
it's
Now I got you.
okay.
It's awesome. Some of the music in there, it's like the Pokemon remix music is just fun as hell.
Yeah, I'm Katie's the music person, so like I said, I'll go by where her recommendation is most of the
Well, she
time.
comes from a music family, innit?
Yeah, she has. But that's good to hear, King. Time out. That's good to hear. So let me go to Katie. I mean, have you the same thing for you, Katie? What about the Nintendo Indies? What about you? What you saw that you think, this is pretty cool, not whatever. Your thoughts on
I don't remember.
it?
I honestly don't.
That's some serious enthusiasm.
I know, right? Nah, man, it's been a birthday weekend for her, so she's just been doing what she gotta do.
I'm
Okay, no
distracted
problem.
with Puzzles and Dragons right now.
I know, I got her hooked on that. And that's what I bought for her birthday. But anyway, I'll keep on going to the next one. How about you, Micah? What do you think about the Nintendo Indies?
On it right now.
What the hell is
I'm
this?
playing-
Everybody playing?
I'm playing Freedom Planet, which is
Okay.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's the one, Freedom Planet. Okay, yes, that game is
the heck is
freaking
that?
awesome too. It's like a
It's like a
Sonic
it's
game.
a Sonic game.
It's like what
basically.
Sonic is. It's like what Sonic is
Sonic
supposed to be
should
in
be.
this day and
Yeah,
age.
pretty much.
But
I
because
think
you got them narcissistic fans, Sonic can never evolve. Kind of like how the Metroid fan base is becoming now. Shots fired, but yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay. But yes, but other than Freedom Planet, what else? Do you have any thoughts on the whole indie thing? Like, just like how.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, trying out some of these indie games, be able to try out some of these indie games is brilliant. I mean, like some of the games I played, like Rive is awesome.
Okay.
What else is there? I think Mutant Mods is pretty cool, but like it's brutal. What other game is there? How do I get this thing to stay down? Sorry. I think What else is there that I enjoyed? Typo Man is awesome.
That's it.
It's
Typo
one of the
Man.
most
That's what I was trying to
innovative-
remember. It's Typo Man, Freedom Planet, and Rives. Those are my 3 favorite ones. Sorry, continue.
Okay.
Wait, what was that
Typo
again?
Man. Yeah, Typo Man is awesome.
Typer Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typo Man. Yeah.
It's just so innovative, that game. Like it really, I mean, obviously it's fixed in how you can do the puzzles, but it really gives you a sense of freedom in what you're doing.
And it's one of those thinking games.
Yeah,
Thinking.
it reminds me.
Dangerous.
It
Dangerous.
it
Gamers aren't
reminds-
supposed to think.
No, it reminds me of a more simpler version of Trying To,
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. I can
but
see
it's still awesome though.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, my take on this is again like King Ripachi said. Yeah, I mean, I hope that they could keep on doing this. It'll be a cool thing because this. I want to point out 2 things here. One, this is a cool concept, and I hope it goes through with this. And they tried it out for E3, and I'm happy that they did that. Freedom Planet. I like that. I like that because just like basically Good Shepherd said everything about it that I don't need to, because it reminds me of that altogether. It's pretty cool and such Twitch-based game. I like that. I also like the Typo Man. Like I said, I think Katie knows I think these games, so I like that. But I also like Rumble. I'm cool with Rumble. And that's not a full version of the game because I've seen the gameplay. It's get crazier than that. So I'm cool with Rumble. And I have to say that it is proof once again. This is not. People might say shots fired or whatever, but you see, when you get time to make these to get the Wii U in the dev kit, and you figure out I should do this, I should do that, I should do this, I should do that, and you have such a little bit of budget. These are cool little games that I could guarantee you they're gonna make profits off of these games because most people in the past have done that too. For all the people who say, again, I'll say it again, yes, the Wii U to a certain point, whatever, to its strengths, whatever, but if you optimize for the console, you could make some awesome, intelligent games that the gameplay is just fanatically good. And I'm like I said, I have no problem. I bought Freedom Planet on a PC. I'm gonna rebuy it for of course for the Wii U. But again, just playing Time and Rave is like, oh man, this is an awesome game. Double stick, using everything. How are these guys who have smaller budget makes these cool games that big publishers don't want to let other
Because when you
developers
have when you
done?
when you
That's
have
the
less
difference. Where
when you have less money, you got more. You have to be more creative.
That's one and two, and then again, I've said this before. It's not because they don't want to port the game over to the Wii and all that stuff. It means the publishers just think about their pockets. That's all. These guys go to these crazy games that make the game from ground up for the system, which most of the time that's when Nintendo asks them the third-party publishers to do. That's where I have the problem with, because you could tell me, like, again, this is not shots fired, it's just a fact thing in a way. You have Batman Arkham Knight's Armored Edition. They use the screen very well. You have a game called you got a game that damn game from Ubisoft. Shit, I'm missing right now.
Zombie U. Well, as
No,
it's
no,
now,
no.
Zombie U, Rayman Legends.
No,
Watch Dogs.
no. Watch Dogs. Like, all the stuff that you could do with Batman did, you could have you could have looked at it and said, "Wow, they did that. Let's try that." But it didn't. They just put a map, and that's about it. Clearly, when you get to do the hacking code and stuff, they could have go way beyond that. And I could guarantee the developers wanted to do that, but the publishers capped him at that. They're like, I don't put in the time. Don't worry about them. They're gonna just buy this, and then we're gonna move on. That's the way certain publishers look at it. And I could say right now, Zombie U is going to go to 360 and maybe a PlayStation. It's going to go there. It's going there.
It's already going to Xbox One. It's already been announced for Xbox One.
No. I said that. Here's the thing, though. If it sells, it sells. This is not my throwing shade at this. My thing is, though, it's a different experience. That game will not be optimized for what it was intended to do compared to the Wii U. It's two different games now. It's not the same game at all. Just like how Rayman Legends for the Nintendo Wii U is different from the Xbox One because you got a touch screen and could do many things with. They're not optimizing. That game was not meant to be that. But again, people see dollar signs in their eyes, and that's as far as it goes. So that's what. I got you. So my point on that right there, I like that. Also, I want to point this out. I'll point this out right here. You guys don't have to worry about. I ain't gonna ask you this question, but also what Nintendo did for E3, which was pretty cool, is they gave everybody out there who maybe have 1-2 games. You know, that could be. Not everybody has the disposable income as most gamers or most of us, whatever. Even though gaming is a very expensive hobby. But they gave every game out there that they have, the major games, not small little games, major games, 30% off until the 23rd of this month. So if you wanted to play Mario 3D World, and you could go Mario 3D World, and you didn't have the time to play it, you could get it for 30% off, $41.99, and that's cheaper than the used version in GameSpot or even Amazon if you can find it. You have a bunch of games from the 3DS. You have a bunch of games for the Wii U. They even Hyrule Warriors, Legend of Zelda, all the big Zelda games that came out in a while. You could get 30% off. If you like Minish Cap, you could buy Minish Cap for $5.50 instead of $79 on the eShop. I mean Yoshi game, Lego games, Ubisoft games, and even that Fantasy Life that Shepard always be pimping.
Want this game.
I'm actually playing it right now.
But you could get it, all those games, Kid Icarus, Star Fox 3D, 3DS, Just Dance, again, all the Lego games, Yoshi game, all those are 30% off right now. You go to the Nintendo shop to buy that, or you go to the eShop to buy that. 30% off. That's a cool deal. That's a cool deal that they give throughout E3. So I respect that for anybody out there who wants that. There you go. That's the next thing they did for you. So, and also to recap too, for the people out there who wanted Mother at the Nintendo World Championship, they revealed Mother, the beginning, Earthbound the beginnings, that people wanted it. You got it. I hope you guys buy it, because if you buy it, then maybe maybe Nintendo will be like, okay, let's do Mother 2 and Mother 3, because a lot of people's always been asking for that all the time. So I hope it comes to you guys who wanted it, and those who. I know, right? From the last E3.
Yeah.
I have a lot of gamers. They complain and they want this, they want that, and 85% of the time, when it comes out, they don't buy it. I hope that doesn't happen,
Well,
but
Talk
I
is,
would not be surprised if like
we'll
only a
well,
couple
we'll see.
thousand of us
Yeah.
buy it.
talk is cheap.
Yep. Talk is different, but let's. But I'm just saying. I'm
If
just
I'm
bringing
wrong,
up some. No, I'm going to bring up some stuff right here about that. So with that said, we're going to move on to. I will let everybody at the end answer this question, but right now, so we keep on moving. We had a digital event. I'll start it right here. It wasn't super hype as everybody wanted. I understand that, and I'm not too delusional to say was it better than the others. No, because again, I said it at the beginning of this cast right here. Microsoft had a better conference. If you go conference, Microsoft had a better conference. They showed better things, and they catered to certain things that people wanted, their fans wanted. So I have no problem state that.
Yeah, such as
But
guns,
with this
guns, and
said,
more guns.
yeah, but let's talk about the games that I think was pretty cool, and I'm gonna pass the mic around again and see what you guys say about it. So the first thing, of course, you know what? Let's start off with this, and I'll ask everybody about this. I love the presentation of the Muppets. That thing was funny. It had me laughing when I was watching it
Oh, I
on
was
my computer
screaming,
at
man.
work.
That was funny as
all
hell.
I
And
have
I
to
like how
say
Nintendo
is
don't take
Nintendo
themselves too
62,
seriously.
Nintendo 63, Nintendo 64. My Muppet buddy.
That thing was so awesome, including when they walked through the hallway, they had that swagger like they a part of the Kuzas.
Oh hell yeah, that
That
was
thing was
beautiful.
Dancing and
funny as
everything like
hell.
that.
Oh,
That was funny as hell. But you know what? Let me pass the mic around. Let me talk about tomorrow. Yo, King Ripachi, I know you watched this. So what was what about the presentation? Let's look at it. We're going piece by piece. What do you think of the presentation?
You talking about just like the parts with the Muppets and stuff?
Yeah. That's
I mean, it started off, like okay, they're gonna do the Muppet thing this time, and I mean, I didn't really feel any type of way after a while. I just was watching it.
okay. That's cool. Like I said, I'm a Muppet person, growing up on Muppet Babies and Muppets Tonight and all that stuff. So I have a different view than you. But like I said, that's cool because everybody has a different perspective of certain things. So I'll pass the mic on to Shepard. What about you? How about you think about the Muppets being the presentation?
the beginning was freaking epic. For anybody from my generation, that was freaking awesome. Just the way they did the whole routine and they introduced themselves and they did a little strut down the hall, the transformation. It was well done. I mean, that's like, I could rewatch that part alone like dozens of times. That's how entertaining it was for someone like myself. It was
That's
a
cool.
beautiful start to the digital event.
Okay. What about you, Tama? What about you? Did you get a chance to see your thoughts on the Muppets as the presentation comes?
Yeah, I saw the whole event. I liked it. I mean, it was I liked it. I mean, I just liked it. So I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it was new. It was new for any type of event when it comes to gaming presentation. So just like last year, it was new what they did. So in this way, it's new again. So how they started was good. With the Muppets and stuff. So I give 'em props for that. It was
Okay.
good.
All
Thoughtful.
right.
Thoughtful.
No problem. What about you, Katie?
I mean, it was great. I just like the fact that Nintendo just has a lot of fun with how they're going to present and with their games. So I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. What about you, Micah?
No, I was screaming the whole way through. You should oh my gosh! You see when I was in my action video, which I'm still thinking about whether I should post or not, simply because of kind of like how disappointed I was in the event. I just didn't really, I
No,
wasn't
I
that
understand that.
enthusiastic to post it up after that. But if you see my reaction, if you ever saw what I was in my reaction video, I was screaming, I was laughing, I was in so much tears. Like I loved the Muppets. Muppet Treasure Island, awesome. Muppet Christmas
The
Carol,
movies.
awesome.
Yeah.
Sesame Street, awesome. Kermit the Frog, I love the Muppets. Muppets is just something I grew up with. Something I thoroughly enjoyed, and to see Nintendo do the whole Muppet presentation and everything like that, I was screaming. I absolutely loved it. It was beautiful. Like, if they, oh man.
It's kind of like what Shep
No,
said. Go ahead.
If the digital event was as strong as last year's and had the Muppets in there, Nintendo would have smashed E3 one time. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, it's cool.
When I saw them, I think I think the biggest disappointment with the digital event for me, and I don't mean to kind of stray off what I'm saying, but it leads back to the whole Muppets thing. I think the biggest disappointment for me was that they started off with that Muppets thing so epic, and then the rest of the digital event was kind of like meh. But yeah, the Muppets was awesome. Like that, I can't fault that in any sense of the word. I mean, N62, N63, N64. The Shigeru Miyamoto one where he's popping out. You see his room and he's like got all the Mario stuff there, and he's popping out the pipe. The scene where they were all dancing and everything like that, and the one where that was awesome, man. That was I was screaming the whole way through.
I have to, like I said, and like I said, it's no disrespect or anything like that. Like I said, it's because we grew up in a certain time where we like that. So I respect what King Apache's talking about. How he didn't grow up with it because, like I said, he and KD's about the same age. So maybe they didn't have the reference like we do. But it was, to me, I have to say I liked it. Yes, because
I remember
growing up with that
like
stuff.
6 in the morning just to watch Sesame Street.
Dude, but Muffets back in those days, all we had was 2 channels. So hell.
Oh yeah, same thing in Trinidad. Channel 2 and Channel 13.
I know it was it. So I'll take what I could take at that time.
We only had 3 more channels than you did back then. So. It's not like America. It's not like America who has like 200 channels as soon as you buy a TV.
But there's like 20 channels. It's almost the exact same thing, but that's a different conversation.
I know. Can we keep it on the train? The tracks, the train on the tracks, please.
Warned you, never have Mike and I in the same cast, bro.
I guess, but it was like I said, having the one channel, like those 2 channels, Muppets and like Fraggle Rock and Jim Henson,
oh my
all
God,
the other things
Fraggle Rock, dude.
They did all that stuff. Those basically, I got you. Those basically.
It's like KD said. It's cool to see Nintendo just having fun like that.
Exactly. And I think that's why so many people were pissed, because last year's E3 digital event was fun all the way through. They showed great content, a lot of funny jokes. People were entertained all the way through. This time around, it started off awesome and it just dwindled. It just died off. The comedy stopped. It became dry. Like, they started off with Star Fox and it was going to continue, but they decided to cancel. So there's like, you know what? We have this boring stuff set up here, but it has great content. Let's just slap the Star Fox part in front and call it the event. Because the original event couldn't have been this. Because for it to start off that epic and dwindle off makes no sense.
I got you. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? True. Like, there was a rhythm all the way through for the other events. The rhythm seemed to just kind of get chopped. I don't know why. Like, the flow of it was off. There was no flow.
Put it like this, because you're music, man. Like it was kind of like, the beat was so loud in the beginning, and it just started fading out so early.
Yeah, it's like you're in a club and all the right songs is going, and all of a sudden they start playing Mozart. Not that I don't like Mozart, but that's not club music.
Mm-hmm.
True that. Okay, you're right. Like I said, for me, seeing that stuff, I enjoyed it. Again, my part, just like Shepard said, I watched that one part over and over and over again, the beginning part, because again, that swagger that they had was just too funny.
Yes.
We gotta do. Hey, Mike, you gotta do a meme about that, man. You got to. You got to do like one of your videos, man. That was just awesome.
Redo it with like explosion in the background. You know how they have those memes where like the bad man never looks at the explosion? That would be perfect. Take those 3 walking down with like a big gigantic explosion. Make that meme now.
I know, right? But you know what? Like I said, the presentation was okay. And basically Shepard expressed a lot of thoughts that a lot of us have really how we went strong and peter out. But with that said, let's start about the games. I'll start off with my Star Fox connoisseur, which is basically Star Fox Zero got announced. So, Katie, what's your thoughts on Star Fox?
Yes.
I know the one thing she's probably thinking. Better be playable.
Do a barrel roll.
I know, right? But no, for real, what's your thoughts on it, Katie?
I'm just I'm just glad that Star Fox is like coming back, and it's not like a whole like remake or whatnot. It's like a different new story, even though it's like I think it's from the Star Fox 2 that was never released or
Well, yeah,
made
Star
or
Fox
got
2 became
canceled.
yeah, Star Fox 2 became Star Fox 64, and this is a reimagination of the Star Fox 64
No,
world. Because
actually,
again,
to correct you, sir, actually, Star Fox 2 was cut in half. Part of it was in Star Fox 64, and the other part of it ended up in, was that Command game for the DS?
Star Fox
The
Can we not
Command.
talk about Command?
What Command was good. Don't be a
Command
hater.
was
anyways,
We got to
annoying.
play.
anyways,
We got
that,
to play as Wolf, and the Wolfen was awesome.
well, I've never
There's
played that one, so I can't judge. I'm just saying from what I've studied on Star Fox, that's what happened.
most well,
So y'all could
it
fight about
was.
how good it, bad it wasn't, whatever. I'm just drinking my Red Bull because I need wings.
I hate you. But I mean, but what Katie's talking about because she was like, because me and her had to talk about this before we came on. It was like, it's a imagination, of course. It's a reimagination of that part of the story, because at Command, the story got so convoluted that it was like, yeah, you want to know which story they're gonna go with. But it was pretty cool. Anything else you saw that? I mean, because we talked a lot of stuff. I mean, you could say stuff. Hey, girl, come on. I know you got some stuff to talk about Star Fox.
the mechs, the transformations, just more R-wing stuff, and it's just like, I can't wait. And the fact that the Landmaster can turn into a jet is like, I'm gonna like the Landmaster now.
You never liked Landmaster before?
I did, but it's like,
It
can I just
offered no
not?
tactical advantage. It really didn't.
I mean, it was just, I just didn't like the Landmaster as much as the R-wings or
I
stuff.
loved using the Landmaster and beating someone in the R wings, just to
No,
prove how much better I am.
using the Landmaster was cool, but it really did offer no tactical advantage over the
It
Army.
was a huge disadvantage, honestly. But there's
Yeah.
ways and tricks you can do if you know what you're doing. Is if you strategize. But anyways, sorry. I'm
Oh, shots fired.
Even in
I've
even
taken. Listen,
even in Star Fox Assault, walking around and using your blaster was was more convenient.
I haven't played
Yeah,
Assault, so I don't know what to tell you.
that was to me. I rather the walking parts than the Landmaster parts.
Except for the second stage, you had to use the Landmaster. Come on now. You,
Still,
how you gonna get on top of that boss? You had to use the Landmaster to get on top of
Yeah,
the
you
boss.
did.
I can use the R-wing to
But that
get
boss was
on the
just
boss.
annoying.
It was annoying.
Okay, we
I
get a
think it was
little.
annoying because I had to use the
Well,
Landmaster.
it doesn't matter. It could fly now. Move on.
I know, right?
It can fly better now. It could
No,
always fly.
let's
It
take
just
the offensive.
better.
You know
Oh
what I
boy.
mean.
Oh my
Gosh,
goodness.
get your nose bleeding.
Okay. So you basically talked about that was pretty cool for you, and you know what I rather because I rather you talk about this right here in this part because everybody's some people about heard about this and some people didn't like this and whatever, and like I said, for us again, for me and Katie, we're too different than anybody else, so our opinions will waver differently. What about what all the people were saying about the whole graphics and everything? Katie,
What?
you still in there?
I can't hear you properly.
I must have lost her. All right. Well, you there?
It's cutting in and out.
I hear.
It's that Vista, man.
I hear her. I don't know why you can't, but I hear her just fine.
I'm telling you, it's
Me
that
too.
Vista.
Oh, okay. Nah, yeah, I know what's going on. My mistake. All right. Go ahead. Say what you were saying, Kitty. I didn't mean to interrupt you. That was my mistake. Sorry.
What was the question? It was coming in and out when you were talking.
Okay. I was talking about the whole graphics thing that people are like, oh, this is not good graphics, but bad graphics, whatever. What's your thought about the graphics?
I thought the graphics looked amazing. You're saying earlier about how some people are complaining about they wanted more realistic graphics. And this is just my opinion. I'm like, well, it's better. I mean, we came from when games started out and they're all like, polygons and triangles and whatnot. And look how far that we came I mean, the people who made the games basically came with all the graphics and whatnot. And Nintendo has a stylized realism that is beautiful and it's sharp and whatnot. And if you guys can't, be satisfied with that type of graphics, I mean, you guys are kind of spoiled.
What she said? Sorry, what did you that last bit she said?
I lean more towards entitled, but
What was that
we'll
last?
go with spoiled.
I mean,
Games are
graphics.
spoiled.
I mean, I think that some people who just want just graphics for a game is just kind of like asking, like they're kind of like spoiled with the other graphics that they got from other games. I mean, a game shouldn't be all about. A game should not be all about graphics. A game should be about gameplay and how well it plays. I mean, graphics is just like a plus or something like that.
No,
But
no, you fail because you're supposed to see beautiful, pretty stuff first, and then you worry about gameplay because that's what real
Nintendo
gaming is
does
about.
have beautiful, pretty stuff. They have a
I'm being
style and they
facetious.
do attention to detail as well. So it's like you're getting.
She knows.
Shep's being a douchebag.
And that. Yeah, and the thing about it is to let anybody know she knows what she's talking about to the degree because that's what her degree is. She is getting her degree in bachelor's in graphic designs.
So take that,
Talking about
fanboys.
going to timeout for like 5 minutes.
I mean, if you like graphics, that's you. But it's like Nintendo already has the graphics
Which
and
is their
gameplay,
graphics.
which is a plus. So it's like.
We get the best of both worlds.
all right.
Remind me never to quote Hannah Montana again.
I hear you. All right.
You are way too high to be on this cast, my friend.
I'm not high.
I got you.
That's the thing.
Okay. Let me pass the mic on to somebody else because you guys try to keep this thing going. I gotta say because I know he watched all the stuff. I watched his reaction videos and everything. King, what about you? What do you think about what you saw for Star Fox? I mean, again, I know you, like I said, you're a different style to everybody else, but again, your honest opinion, what's going on with Star Fox Zero? What do you think? You there?
Huh? What?
I like it just pops up like he just woke up.
No, you
It
guys
sounds like you woke up from a nap.
Nah. I'm sitting here like playing Batman. I was listening to the cutscene. So what did you
Which
guys?
Okay.
Which Batman you playing?
He actually which back.
The new one?
Oh, I'm playing the because I never played the DLC for Arkham City. I just finished this like 3-mission DLC. What's the Harley Quinn's Revenge thing?
Oh, okay, the Harlequin one. Cool.
Okay. My question to you again, since you were busy playing the game, was even like I said, I mean, you're the outside guy looking in, so I like to hear your thoughts about it. I know you watched all the reaction videos because I watched your videos about that stuff. So what about Star Fox Zero? If anything you want to put in, or just give your general thoughts.
I never really I played Star Fox, but I never really sat down and played it long enough. So really, I don't have a true opinion on Star Fox. I plan on since I picked up the new 3DS, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Star Fox for the new. I think that's Star Fox 64. So
Yeah.
I never really played Star Fox long enough to have a true judgment on the game. But from a visual standpoint, people said it didn't look great. I mean, it looked fine to me. It kind of reminded me of the visual, how far the graphics go. It's kind of like the Wonderful 101, graphically.
Okay.
But the only thing that kind of threw me off was there are times where these big bosses that you were fighting, they would kind of clip through stuff. That's not really a game breaker, but it does kind of look weird. It's just I guess I'm not used to seeing that level of clipping anymore in the game.
Okay. That's
But
cool.
other than that, it looked fine.
Okay, like I said, we hope. Like I said, it was an early build. I hope that they work on it in for the final release. I mean, that's one thing Nintendo pride itself on. But if they don't, and it's still there, hey, anybody out there want to do a video to bash about the clipping like King just said, go right ahead. Because if you see a fact, you see a fact. I don't get butthurt over somebody proving me a fact. But with that said, though, I'll say this to you. I mean, like I said, they have a sale right now. For the 3DS, like I said, King, if you ever wanted to try it out, like I said, it's cheaper now. You know, again, Nintendo games don't drop in prices as much as everybody want them to. But hope
Yeah.
you try it. I would like to hear your thoughts once you play Star Fox 64 for the for your 3DS.
All right.
How about you, Double M? What about you thinking about Star Fox?
I don't care what anyone says. They
Am
could
I
label me
clipping
a
through,
fan.
guys, or maybe I'm not coming
Can you
through?
hear me?
What about you, Micah?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear?
I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear
He's
you.
talking. Okay.
Thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care if I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if fanboys want to jump on my case about it or whatnot. They can go f themselves. I thought as soon as I saw the game, I thought it looked awesome. Like the art style is perfect. It's a beautiful art style. I don't care what. Yeah, sure, it's not the most. It may not be the most technically impressive, but for all those people that thought the game was going to be all, everyone's comparing it to Mario Kart 8, Star Fox is based on Japanese animation. CG just wouldn't suit it very well. It would not suit it at all. I mean, it just wouldn't work. And I think the art style that Platinum Games and Miyamoto went with was perfect. I mean, and I love the new character design. I love the new character models. I think they look awesome. When I saw the R-Wing turn into the Walker, I was screaming. I was actually screaming. Like I was
Because that's the thing you wanted.
Yes, that's what I wanted. I kept on saying I want the mechs in Star Fox, and they delivered. That's the one thing that I wanted. Nintendo delivered on. So but I said to myself, they're gonna put them in the game, and I was correct. Thank you, Nintendo. Thank you. Hats off to you. I'm hyped for this game. I am actually, like, even when you lot was talking about it, I watched the trailer like 5 times while the rest of you lot was talking, and I've watched it a bunch more times after that. I am so hyped for this game. Like, I may sound like a drone right now, but I don't give a fuck. I really, really want this game. It looks absolutely awesome. Like, it looks so awesome. And like I said, the art style is beautiful. And if for anyone out there, if you go on Game Explain's demonstration of the game actually looks like it's running on a more polished build than what was shown in the trailer, just to let people out there know. Shout outs to Dr. Trey, because I got I heard about it from his video. But yeah, the game looks amazing. The art style, I think the art style is absolutely beautiful. Obviously it's going to look better as it comes closer to launch. I love how they're making the actual Star Fox world. I love how, people say Platinum's flair isn't really there, but I can see Platinum's flair in the sense that the levels are more, like, the game has gone from it's not just a basic space shooter, but it's also somewhat of an action game as well. There are elements in it where it's just like, the world is a lot more open and free to explore. So at any time you can just transform into the Walker, and then you can explore around the world and everything like that. You're not fully constricted to just being on rails. There are and the worlds and the levels are just a lot more open, and I think that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to this game and really hyped for it. I mean, considering that it's only had about a year's worth of development, I think Nintendo and Platinum have outdone themselves. If people can't really appreciate the work and effort that has gone into this game, then that's your headache, that's your loss for being a spoiled, entitled piece of shit. So yeah, I'm hyped for this game. I am I am genuinely hyped for this game. This is probably one of the games I'm looking forward to most this year. I'm done. Yeah, you can move on. Otherwise, all the silence. Thanks for that.
No, man. You wanted to say something, Katie?
I was gonna say that as soon as I saw the mech part, I thought of Double M.
Oh, that's sweet.
Because of course he said it on Endcast with us on it, so that's cool. All right, what about you?
Not
Shepard?
just the Endcast, several different casts.
I know, but I'm talking about what we've seen. Talking to you. What about you, Shepard?
Jeez, man, cool your herbs. That child, man. Micah, boy, you need some sedatives or something, seriously. But anyways,
Sedative, man. Like if you saw, like if you see my react, I
I
feel
know.
like post my reaction video just when you
I've
see
seen
it.
a lot of your reaction videos.
No, I'm saying if you see the react, if I should post my reaction video just so you can see it, but like I can't deal with all the negativity I'm gonna get when people see it, you
You
know.
ain't gotta post it in the big thing. You can always do it
But yeah,
private and
if
have
not,
like
if
certain people
that's
see it.
true, I could just do it unlisted. But yeah, like if you see my reaction when the R-Wing transformed into the mech, I was screaming so loud, like probably worse than I did when I saw Zelda last
See,
year.
my fallacy is that I did not wait to watch it later. I actually tried to watch some of it at work. So my problem was when I saw those parts, like the intro and everything, I was trying my best not to draw attention to myself because I was cheesing so hard. Luckily, unlike you, I don't squeal, but I ain't gonna lie.
Whatever, man.
Like, you saw me, I was like rocking in
Fuck
my
you,
chair with a
chef.
big smile. I was like, yes,
Fuck you,
yes.
chef.
Anyway, honestly, uh, the problem I see all the time is that we've gotten this kind of elitist attitude where what we think a game should be is how the game should be, regardless of what the game actually is. So when
Yeah,
it
thoughts
when it
don't.
does
This
not
is
come
the
out
thing though. Sorry to interrupt, Shep, but this is the thing. Thoughts don't equal investment.
exactly, so they're like, it should be like this and it should be like that. But you have to remember, one, the game is not complete yet. All I say is from the gameplay I've seen, the capabilities you're allowed to do, this game is going to be awesome. Period. Just, oh my god. I actually was starting to drift away from the Star Fox universe. I was like, after seeing that, I'm like, okay, I'm getting this game
Hmm.
day one because I know how Nintendo rolls. This game is going to be a lot more polished. It's going to be smoother, better effects, everything. It's
I
going to
mean,
be a great game.
to me, if the game looks this awesome now, look what happens when they actually
Yeah,
announce the
the
direct for the
game
game and
looks
start
pretty
explaining
decent.
all. Look what happens when they probably announce the direct for this game, explaining all the features, showing a new trailer, showing how the graphics are bumped up and stuff. I bet you anything when like the next trailer they show for this game, if they have a direct for this
Yeah,
game,
half the people are gonna flip flop.
yeah, they're gonna flip flop and they're gonna be hyped all of a sudden.
Yeah, they're gonna be
So
like, this game is sub
it's
HD,
got
and then when they see them,
every
oh my god.
you're gonna see a complete Super Mario 3D World 180.
Exactly, that's a perfect example. Because when Super Mario 3D World was first result,
Everyone
everyone was
was
like,
just like,
okay.
nah, that's alright, you
Then
know.
they see the
I'm not gonna lie, the graphics barely looked better than Galaxy at the time when they first showed it. But in the second trailer they showed, I'm like, oh shit, this game is live.
exactly.
Oh my
Everybody
god.
knows there's never a downgrade. It's always improved. That's one thing I'll give
Mhm.
Nintendo. If they show you
Maximilian
gameplay
Maxim.
now,
Will you guys stop that, please?
I'm sorry,
Please. You
if they
stop
show
that,
you
my
the
god.
game now,
Please.
it's guaranteed to look better once you finally get it. Unlike other companies, I'm not calling any
Well,
names unlike
okay.
somebody.
I know, right? I know, right? Let's keep this straight, please. What
Like
about
me and Shaq explained to you already. You brought us to in a podcast. You were asking for trouble.
I see that. Yo, talking about you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
What about you? What do you think about Star Fox?
I thought it was thought it was good. I mean, as far as what they showed and you know what it looks like you'll be able to do, I thought it was good. I mean, ain't got no complaints from me. I will say this though, I didn't catch it. I didn't catch the uh the um the show. I call it the show. I didn't catch the show from the beginning. I caught it from like 20 minutes in. So I caught it on some weird stuff. I don't know. I don't know what they were showing. Not weird, but it was right before the lady came on, or right after the lady came on with the Yoshi things.
Oh,
So I
okay,
didn't even
yeah.
see. So I didn't even see. I think it was either before or after that. So I didn't even see the Star Fox, Star Fox beginning part. So I had to wait. Like for some reason, my laptop, or I don't know if my laptop were just they were just busy. I couldn't rewind it. Every time I tried to go back, it just kept. It would show up, but it wouldn't be no sound. So I had to wait until like it was finished and then go back and watch it over. Because from where I watched it to the end, I was like, oh man, maybe they started like where I started at. I started 20 minutes in. I was thinking, okay, you already know it wasn't the best showing. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they showed a whole bunch in the beginning of this type, right? Or whatever.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, and then Because on the E3 website, it had Nintendo from 9 to 10:30. So I was like, okay, they still got like a whole hour left, for the show. So they still got a lot of stuff. When it ended at 9:40, 9:50, what time it ended, they went to Treehouse. I was like, oh, that's it. Okay, maybe they showed a few games in the beginning. So I went back to the beginning. Okay, cool, Star Fox. I was like, okay, good. And then after that, I was like, oh, that was it. But so Star Fox was the highlight for me. And so I liked it. It was good.
Okay, that's cool. That is cool.
Star
All
Fox
right.
FTW.
Oh, you guys stop that. Anyway, my point, my thought on this is my Star Fox is that Star Fox to me, like Katie me talk about it. It's pretty cool. The graphics part, as she explained out, it looks alright. It could look stunning. It could look alright. I don't care. I always go gameplay over graphics in many cases, but I will still and be amazed when people do graphical stuff. Trust me, I'm not that messed up. But if I see something that's graphically cool, I'm like, oh, you know what? That's pretty cool. All right, and then I'll jump in for that. But you know what? It was pretty cool, and the two issues that I'm come up. This is not going to be an issue to me, but I'm going to prepare my ears and my eyes for the visual bitching that's going to happen. Graphic-wise, let me say this. Graphic-wise, again, anybody out there, I want realistic graphics. Take your eyes, look to the window, and go outside. You want realistic graphics? You could touch things out there. That's realistic graphics. You can't get no better than that.
It bugs me, and I'm sorry. I just have to interrupt real quick. One
What
thing.
were you saying about the graphics, Liger? I didn't quite catch you there. No, Liger, sorry, I didn't quite catch you in saying about the graphics.
Realistic graphics. People want realistic graphics. If you want realistic graphics, look out the window. And I was gonna, and I was gonna be like, the whole thing is this, and maybe this is just an old school gamer's point of view, or just my point of view, but I play games to do something I can't do in real life. I want to see stuff that you can't see in real life. I want to experience things you can't see in real life. If I want to do a shooter, I would go play paintball somewhere. I was in the military already. I know. I mean, granted, there's things in shooters that could be awesome, but it's boring to me most of the time. If I'm gonna play a shooter, you better give me something different. Which is probably why I love Splatoon so much, because it's freaking different. I don't want real life. I have real life right out the door. Let's experience awesome shit that doesn't happen outside. That's just me.
This is the thing. Real life. A lot of times, real life sucks. Why don't I want to see Why don't I want to see real life every second of my life when it's boring?
I was saying that earlier today.
I'm like, yeah. Why?
I don't care much for real life. I want to escape from it.
No, you know what happens in real. You know what comes in real life? Bills. That's what comes in real life, and it's ironic that they're making these games more and more It's ironic that they're making these games look more and more realistic, and then pumping more and more DLC and microtransactions in there. So they're really trying to make it like real life, where they're trying to give you, and plus you pay for life
subscription. You all the time.
Yes,
well, they're getting real life experience.
So they're really giving you real life in both senses, with the graphics and with the bills.
Yep. I never thought of it that way. That's a good point.
I only just thought of it now, to be honest. It's kind of a scare at the moment.
That is beautiful. Goodness. I never thought of that.
Oh, I can't keep up with you guys. You're right, but that is, but to finish my concept, like I was saying, yes, look outside. There's a thing called outside sun, rain. You could touch it. You could do everything. That's realistic graphic. Next thing is.
And you'll find that real life is a lot more. You'll find that real life is a lot more colorful, especially now in summertime. You'll find that real life is a lot more colorful than a lot more of those realistic graphics you see. I mean, a lot of these realistic games look so post-apocalyptic, and that's not how the world looks.
I
mean, maybe the world runs in a post-apocalyptic manner, but it doesn't look like that. They cover it up very well.
Well, I don't know about Detroit. Detroit might have a different opinion.
I'll say Detroit actually might look like that. So maybe that's where they got their skins from.
Oh my goodness, that is funny. That is funny as hell. Okay. The next part of Star Fox I want to point out. And again, this is me and Katie's opinion. You don't like it, it's cool, it's alright. But again, we're different from everybody. We think differently, and that's what it is. The online aspect. If they have online gaming, that's cool. If they don't, it don't. Technically speaking, I don't care, because all the people who asking for that stuff, again, go back to Ace Combat and all those, and what do you call it, Ace Combat. There's the next one I forgot. That was playing games that nobody cared about online. Now Star Wars is different because you're doing missions in a certain way, kind of like Star Fox, through that way. But the online, just whatever together, those online fell off so quickly, just like Evolve fell off so quickly. So, with that said, the one thing I hope for is I hope that they put a meaty campaign in there. I'm not looking for a super big campaign because that's not Star Fox. It's kind of the only meaty one. The one I had long was, of course, Adventures. But that's not typical Star Fox. So I compared Star Fox.
Wasn't even meant to be a Star Fox game.
Yeah. I know that, but my point still is that that's the only one that had like hours and hours of gameplay, and it was a single player game. That's what it was set up for. But like I said, because we know how Star Fox, the original Star Fox was. Star Fox 64 is a quick game, but you have choices. You can beat it in like 45 minutes, depending on which route you take. And Assault, it takes you about maybe an hour, 2 hours, a couple of hours to beat that game as well too. So I'm comparing Star Fox to Star Fox. That's how I got. So if in the future when I do a review about the game or whatever, that's how we compared it. It's gonna be so. Because I know a lot of people say, "Well, it was short, and you're double jumping on the whole thing." No, I never double jump or be hypocrite on that. That's just my view on that part of the game. So with that said, with everything said right there, Star Fox is done. Let's move on to a topic again, which I know will cause trouble. Please be respectable, guys. Seriously. So, being that I am one of the biggest Metroid fan out there. I like just as many other people put in their videos. I'm the biggest Metroid fan out there that have this, that have that, that have this, which is cool. That's all cool. I respect all you guys. My cousin, one of them, I respect that. But I have me an autograph signed from signed Metroid Prime from the composer of Metroid Prime.
You just got one up everybody, huh?
You just have to love you. I want to slap you right now. I want to slap the out you right now.
Whatever. I have physical copies of all the Metroid games from NES all the way to the Prime collection, Trilogy collection. Physical, all of them. I got all of them. So
what's your address again?
Whatever, fool.
Let's run up on this fool's house. Do you like Iron Man 3 where you give your address to a terrorist and we'll just blow it up?
Do I look that stupid to y'all? But my point is, what are people's I'm gonna start off with somebody who's, again, a person who's, he has an outside look in, but it was announced Metroid Federation Force. Again, it's a touchy story to a lot of people, but again, I want people's true answers. Just don't go super and I know King won't do it, but I know the rest of you two would. So please keep it calm and casual, please. So King Guipachi, what is your thought?
I'm hurt. I'm offended. I just have to say that right off the bat.
Yo, whatever.
Liger, before he goes on, I'm just saying this. I'm not making no promises.
Before we start, I mean, I don't know what I did, but for some reason I logged on my 3DS and stretch mode's free. I don't want stretch mode is free.
Stretch mode's free?
Really?
Yeah, they just give it to you basically.
Yeah, they just gave it to me, for no reason. So.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Once I done finish playing Fantasy Life, I'll have to check that out then.
Okay, so but let's start off with you, King Guipachi, about that. Okay, like I said, I know you're the person looking out the end because, like I said, you're one of the. Like I said, I would like your thoughts on that. On the Metroid Prime, what's it? Federation Force. Sorry, yeah.
Well, I knew watching the championship, we should have recorded it, but didn't do that. When they were playing the little game with the ball.
Blast ball.
I was telling my friend, I was like, "Yo, that's Metroid," and he was like, "No, it's not." Like, cause before they just called it Blast ball, they didn't say anything about being Metroid or anything. I'm like, yeah, man, that's. I said, look how it's being played. That's Metroid. And it came out to be that, and I was like, okay, that's cool, And then they announced the 4-player co-op. I don't know if there's a single player to Federation or not. But
it kind of says it on the page, but again, I'll let you go. No, it says so on the Nintendo page, single player to that. But again, we don't know. I don't know all the information compared because they only showed off the 4-player online product. You just said co-op part. But sorry to interrupt you.
But I'm cool with it. A matter of fact, out of the Prime games, the one the first Prime game I played wasn't even on the game. I played Hunters, and I play Hunters a lot because that was back with the whole game sharing feature with the DS, and I had a lot of friends that had DSs, but they didn't have that game. A matter of fact, I bought a DS to play that game, and we
Oh
used to play
wow.
multiplayer a lot, and that's all we pretty much did. That I think I bought that game when I was in the seventh grade, and I used to play the game, in class and stuff like that at lunch. So we had fun playing that. So I'm like, if this is anything like that, because before I touched the Wii remote and nunchuck, I don't remember if the Wii was out at the time. I can't remember, but the like I thought it was real nice. The whole, you use the D-pad to move, but you use the stylus to aim. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, if I could do that again with this game.
It was painful on the arm, but it was ridiculously accurate.
Oh yeah, like what I used to do was I turned the DS kind of on the side and I put it on a desk or a table, and like the corner would lean on the desk, and I would kind of like have my arm just
Oh
resting on
my
the table.
god, dude.
Wow, you really planned this whole thing out, didn't you?
Man, I'm telling you, we used to play it a lot, so I was cool with it, and I was just very shocked how everybody was just like mad, and I'm like, I don't get it, because if you don't want the game, don't buy it. That's
Simple.
just don't.
Amen.
Simple.
Amen. I can't argue with that premise right there. And he's like I said, I have to commend you on that. You went that extreme, dude. I didn't even think. Wow, that's extreme to play your game. Okay, I give you that. Wow, I didn't even think of doing something like that to play my Metroid Prime Hunters. But that's cool. I respect your thoughts on it, man. That's good. Let's. Michael, what is your thoughts on the Metroid Prime Federation Force? I'll go with you.
I was pretty hyped when I first saw it. Genuinely, I was pretty hyped. I mean, the game looks pretty cool. I mean, 4-player co-op Metroid game. I mean, I've always, I've discussed this in a podcast before, and I've always said, I've always said, to myself that I would like to see a Metroid game that kind of delves more into the story of the Federation, whether that be an Origins game with Samus in it or just one with the Federation. And even like I said, even in a podcast that I had with some other people, we were discussing like what we would like in a Metroid game. And I said a boss mode where we.
Who was in that one? Sorry.
May have been. Actually, no. Actually, I'm
No,
not
you-
even sure.
Nah, you wasn't in
think
that
it
one.
was.
I remember. Yeah, I remember which podcast you were in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe I was
we
talking
was
to
even, we
Andre
was even saying
something
that.
similar. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead.
He was even saying that it'd be cool, like, if you had one soldier that does one thing and then they need to do another thing to help the other soldier and this, that. And it's got that element in there. I mean, you can choose, the soldier that, has slow beam, one that has med packs and things like that. And you all work together, and I think it's pretty cool. And I think it's cool that they've done a spin-off where they delve into the Federation side of the story. And honestly, when I saw the hate for this game, I was surprised. I was genuinely surprised. I didn't, because obviously you don't really know what people's reaction are going to be in comparison to your own. And even the Blast Ball thing, I thought was pretty cool. I mean, it's 2 games in one. I can't really complain there. I think all the hate for this game, I mean, if you have your opinion on the game, fair enough. But, to get to the point where you become narcissistic, you're saying how, oh, this is the biggest FU to Metroid fans, blah, 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 going signing petitions and all kind of stuff like that. That is silly. I mean, it's a video game, and you got grown-ass people going to like this over video games. Like, it's quite sad and embarrassing, if you ask me. Like, if you don't like the way the game looks, fine, that's your opinion. Don't buy the game. It's that simple. People saying that this is a disgrace to the Metroid franchise. No, the people who are complaining about this are a disgrace to the Metroid franchise because the Prime games significantly went down in sales after Prime 1 at the end of the day. So, you know what? The reason why you haven't got the Prime game you've wanted, it's your own fault because you never really supported the previous games. Like I said, Hunters had an amazing multiplayer component. I put so many hours into the multiplayer on that game. Fine tuning, getting headshots and all kind of stuff. And the game was awesome. And then to find out it only sold less than 800,000 on a console with an install base of 150 plus million. That's ridiculous. So people can say what they want about Federation Force. They can bitch, complain, sign petitions that aren't going to go anywhere and all kind of shit like that. At the end of the day, you're making yourself look like a fool. You are, as a grown-ass person, you are making yourself look like a massive immature embarrassment. There are kids that go on more mature than this. So if you want to go on like that over a freaking video game, a form of digital entertainment, then that's your business. You go and do that. You bitch, cry, do whatever. I'm picking up the game day one, and I'm going to post pictures all over Google and put up videos and everything like that just to show off the game and make you feel even more vexed. Because just to show you how stupid this behavior is over a video game, something that people have invested their time, money, and effort into so that they can provide you with that experience, and the director of Metroid the Prime games has said that this is something that is going to segue. This is something that is going to help segue into the next Prime game. So
Kensuke Tanabe.
Yeah, that's it, Tanabe. This is something that's going to segue into potentially the next Prime game. So, the game you want is probably coming. But if you want to go on and bitch, cry, and wince and try, all you're doing is stepping on your chance to probably experience the next proper Metroid game. So, you do that shit if you want. I'm picking up the game. It looks awesome. Blast Ball looks fun as hell. If you don't like my thoughts on that, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. Because if you want to go on like some grown ass effing man child, screaming and bitching just because it isn't the game you want, despite the fact that you never invested the hundreds of thousands and millions to get these games produced, then you go and do that and you make yourself look like a fool. You gotta make yourself look like a fool amongst gamers and a fool amongst grown-ass people. Because, like I said, there are kids that are more mature than this. So you want to go like this over the game? And this is coming from a massive Metroid fan. Y'all know that I'm a big-ass Metroid fan. So if you want to go on like this over a video game, then that's your headache. I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna pick up the game and I'm gonna enjoy it. You ass hurt so-called Metroid fans, the half you aren't probably gonna buy the game anyway. You go fuck yourself. Simple.
All right. Let me rein you in. All right now, down, boy, down.
I told you I wasn't making no promises.
I know, but I had to bring you back. Into the regular places, man. I understand your anger. I understand where you're coming from. Because I'll talk about that a little bit myself.
I'm not angry.
But you try. Yeah, but I understand where you're coming from. I respect that.
It's just behavior is just stupid. It is actually stupid and it's embarrassing. Grown-ass people going on like this over a digital form of digital entertainment. You are fucking sad. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry actually. I'm not sorry about any of this because this is just the truth. If you can't deal with the reality of the situation, then that's your headache.
Okay. What about you, Good Shepherd? So I don't mean to put you behind Double M, but what's your thoughts?
No, it's cool, man. Move on. I know it's your cast. You do what you have to do.
What about you, Shepherd?
I'll be right back. Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
Something just happened in the background. I gotta investigate.
No problem, man.
See,
Go
so
ahead.
the situation is so bad that he has to try and avoid it.
Okay, what about you, Time Out? You have anything about the Federation, Metroid Federation Force you want to add in and not? I mean,
I don't gotta say nothing else now.
What did I say? I didn't take.
Ooh, I'm back. Yeah.
Thanks,
Sorry
Double M.
about that. Had to leave for real quick.
No, it's cool, man. Well, we're gonna keep the cast going because, like I said, I don't want it to be a long night tonight. So, What are your thoughts about Metroid Prime? Metroid Prime Federation.
I think that game. I think it's pretty interesting if you think about it. I don't think. Yes, sure. I think people have the right to be disappointed. Yes, they do. But at the same time, at least we're getting a Metro game. I do hold Nintendo up to, what they hold themselves as a quality developer. Yes. I do think that game is going to be interesting. It's sad that it is coming out in 2016, but, people can wait for that game. Um, I think the game looks pretty good. I have to see more on it. In order to like games, I have to see gameplay. That's what I liked about Star Wars Battlefront and games like that. They show gameplay.
If you
Same
watch the
with
tree, if you watch the treehouse footage, they show a lot of gameplay of that game.
I know, but I mean,
But sorry to cut
Just
you.
showed more.
Sorry to cut you, but that's another thing as well. People are complaining about this game, and they barely, no one's played it.
yeah. Like I said, the game is probably gonna be good. It's Nintendo next level game. They have made a lot of good games like Punch Out. So I bet the game's gonna be good. It's just that at first people do have the right to be, to be questioning it at first because it's kind of like people were expecting it. So it's like Horizon. Yes, Horizon. They did. There were rumors, but still, it was still a new good IP. People were just, not expecting it really. They weren't expecting it at this E3, and that's the same thing with Metroid Prime. They were expecting a console version.
Yeah, which to me, that's cool. My thoughts about it is to finish off what you say right there is you expect it by what regards of why you expect it. I mean, we went from Super Nintendo, it skipped the whole generation to the GameCube.
Yeah.
So, and you got
I mean,
Metroid Prime.
and that's one of the only things I said about this game. I said that the game probably would have been cooler if it was on the Wii U. And I said that for me personally, not to try and soften the blow for any stupid opinion out there. No, it was for me personally. I said this game probably would have been cooler running on the Wii U, but 4-player online co-op Metroid game, first time it's being made. I'm all for it.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, so okay, that's cool. So let me to say that. So the expectation again, you had that. Then between the Wii U and the Nintendo, the GameCube and the Wii U generation, you got Metroid games coming out every 3-4 years. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, you had Prime, then you had what's that game? Yeah, you had the pinball. Then turns into that you had Metroid Prime Corruptions. Then you have other M. And it was steady stream. So now they're thinking about let's do something different. Let's take a time so that what happens. For me, I would say this. Like I said, this is my first. I will admit this perfectly. Perfectly, you call me a hypocrite on this point right here, and I'll say this is nothing against anybody else. This is the point I will be a hypocrite on. I pride in my like I said, I bought every Metroid game and I love every Metroid game. Everyone has a fault, but again, I like it to a certain degree. I would say this is because if it's online and everything they said, like I said, I read the page. They said there's a single player campaign in there. I hope so. But let's go to the thoughts of they have a single player campaign. Everything looks good and I could join in. I'm cool with it. But if it's something I don't like, I would buy the game out of just collection. If it's something I don't like, I'll be the first person to tell you that I didn't like the game if I didn't like the game. But I would buy it because of collection. Now I do say you speak with your wallet. I always say that. And this is no part I'll be a hypocrite on. And that's why I'm pointing this point right here. I'll be a hypocrite on this point only because I have to finish my collection. I'm sorry. I have to finish the collection. I have all these things now. Just to take that out, no. But I have a thing to say right here is like Assassin's Creed just came out with the game that that's kind of 2D style Assassin's Creed. It was a spin-off. Nobody argued about that. Nobody threw a fit. It was a spin-off. I didn't hear nobody arguing about the Metroid Prime pinball.
Here's another exactly, and here's another thing as well. People say things like, "Oh, it's not."
Prime is a spin-off. Prime
is a spin-off in itself. I mean, it's a 3D Metroid. First time the series ever went 3D. It's only because the series it was a fairly successful series that they continued to do it. But yes, Prime was a spin-off. Prime essentially in its beginning was a spin-off.
Yeah. Just later on, it became I guess you could say the main series because Retro developed so well that basically they were like, okay.
It was one of the highest rated. Yeah. It's one of the highest rated games in existence.
One of them, and also it's one of the highest selling Metroids too. So you can't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense to keep on going with that same franchise.
But
for them.
But even so, people say, "Oh, it's not a real Metroid game." Well, you know what? Super Mario Brothers 2 wasn't a real Super Mario Brothers game. That was Doki Doki
Hey,
Panic.
Star
Star
Fox
Fox
Adventures.
Sorry,
was
what
not
happened
a
there?
real Star Fox. Was not a real Star Fox game. That was meant to be Dinosaur Planet. Hyrule
Yep.
Warriors is not a real Zelda game. It's
Dynasty
Dynasty Warriors with a Zelda
Yeah.
skin. Nobody complained about those games. Everyone bought
No,
them.
I understand that stuff, but again, we had spin-offs and spin-offs. So, like I said, the whole hatred, whatever, like I said,
It's
it
just
is
all
what it
Metroid
is.
It's a
Prime.
I
bunch
will
of
get the
it's a
game.
bunch
No,
of effing arsehole fanboys,
I,
man. That's
I
all
got
it
you.
comes down.
Well, like I said, as I pointed out, I list,
Micah.
I listed off my. You already know, so we had to say Shepard, so you don't worry about nothing. You don't went to his tirade, but like I said, like I said, I don't list off my Metroid fandom base. Like I said, I have stuff that a lot of people don't have. So I know I'm cool with that stuff. And my point, like I said, my hypocrisy will be in that game and that game only. That if it's not good, I would tell you it's not good. Find it
Yeah.
used and have it that like I said that I could speak when I want it and Nintendo don't get the money like anybody is saying that kind of crap. I will find it. I will do that. But if the game is if the game is good and I see the reviews and I see the game looking like it's something good, you know what? I'll buy it and be happy with it and just keep on moving.
Yeah,
I
it's,
don't think we need to have a freaking as go ahead. Sorry, George.
yeah, it's I again like I was
What the? Hello?
I
What
think
just
yeah,
happened there?
you're lagging or you're cutting out, George. So
Check your
no
mic.
disrespect. Yeah, I think George lagged out. So I'll catch up with you later with that. I'll leave your point there, George. But again, with Metroid, it is what it is. It has that done. So
Oh yeah, I didn't give my 2 cents on that, did
yeah,
I?
I was gonna pass it to you now before you come. What about
Sorry.
yours? Nah, but what are your thoughts, Jeffrey? Sorry.
Well, other than the fact that I'm notorious for cutting you off, my bad. Honestly, mine is a more calmer, less insulting version of what Micah had to say. I mean, the whole for me,
Oh please, Shep. If you wanted to rage out, you can rage out west, and I could.
I know I can, but I keep myself in check. I know you remind me a lot of a younger version of me. Anyways, I've learned to be more calm over the years, so I'm not gonna rage on here. I will say that the whole thing is that people need to stop jumping to conclusions just because something did not come out exactly the way they saw it. I said this before earlier. They tend to get upset. Fine, if you don't want to see it as a Metroid Prime main story, whatever, that's your call. Just either play the game or don't. Buy the game or don't. Either way, shut up and play. I mean, seriously, it's like you say all the time. Speak with your wallet. If you think this game is a tragedy and it sucks and you shouldn't buy it, then don't buy it. To do a petition and all this other nonsense, you're just making a fool out of yourself. You're acting like a bunch of children. If you don't want the game, don't buy the game. Simple. But remember this, if you don't buy the game, this could affect future Metroid games. So just be aware of that fact.
Just do
'Cause-
my thing is just do your research. If the game is not for
Yeah,
you, don't buy it. If it's for you,
yeah.
then buy it. That's it.
Don't this overreaction is not necessary. It's like everybody's like mega emotional. They don't think, they just react and just calm down and have some dip, people. Seriously.
I hear you. Okay, that's cool. Like I said, because this thing is getting long in the tooth again, I don't want to no damn long endcast again. Like I said, before anybody's listening right now, I have in the link right down in the bottom. I have a recap of all the things Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. And it's just this stuff got a little longer. We couldn't do anything bigger, but I'll ask this question right here so we could keep it going faster. Anything else? I mean, and this is just any game that's other than the two games we jumped out. Is any game that y'all saw in the digital event? You know, you got Yoshi's Woolly World, you got Mario Maker, you got Hyrule Warriors, you got the Triforce, Zelda. Excuse me, the Triforce Zelda. You have Fire Emblem Cross. That you have Xenoblade, Fast Racing Neo. All those were part of the Treehouse. Any game that you saw, I'll give you the chance that you saw that was pretty cool that you want to put your thoughts on. Just pick any of those games and put your thoughts on it. So, King Apache, have you heard what I just said, or do I gotta repeat it? Because I know sometimes you listen to the game and you say stuff.
All right. Like any game I saw that I forgot the name of. It's coming to the 3DS. It's like this. It reminds me a lot of Custom Robo, but it's just not called Custom
Oh,
Robo.
LBZ.
Yeah, that. And Xeno. Obviously Xenoblade. That's pretty much the things that I really like paid attention to, other than like stuff we just mentioned, like Metroid. One thing I will say about Xenoblade, and I do understand that there's a give and take with everything, but it is a little like immersive, like it's breaking the immersion. Is like I saw them do some mech gameplay, and I guess they were in the city and they were kind of like just stomping on cars and grass and nothing was happening.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
I
I
got you.
wasn't really expecting nothing to happen. Like I didn't expect them to be that detailed, but when I saw it, instead of like just me thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that looked real odd. How they're just like stomping on cars and it just the robot's foot's going right through it. It's just like
I'm not gonna lie. You're right. You are right, because if you see my gameplay footage that I put up my first expressions, I would say about 2/3 of the way, exactly what when I'm talking exactly about the battle system. I was fighting one of those apes, the apes with the 4 arms.
yeah.
And he jumped up, and he was still fighting, but he jumped up and got and not stuck in the wall, but because of how he didn't get stuck in the wall, but it just because of how the plane of the ground is, he was levitated in the air, and you see it right there in the gameplay. So yeah, it is one of the things. It's not a perfect game, and I will it is what you said right there. It happened. I have the video on my child showing it. That it does look weird. It's like, really? Come on, man. Little people would be moving out the way in cars, like you just said. It is kind of weird to see that. I'm not going to deny that fact. But anything else you want to on it? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. What about you, Timeout? Any other game that you saw that basically sparked your interest that you want to talk about?
Just that one that that one game he just mentioned with the robots and stuff that you could change.
LBD?
Yeah, I saw that a few like last month or something like that, and I was wondering more about it. I think it was one of the directs they had, but yeah, that's one of the games right there.
Yeah, the Micro Direct had it, but then they had gameplay footage of it on the Treehouse Live.
Yeah, so that was one game. Yeah, I mean there's more, but that's
the one that stand out to you the most. Okay, that's cool, because I love that. Like I said, I did play Custom Robots in the GameCube. I did like that game. That was a pretty awesome game. And for 3D, the one for 3DS was a little scaled down version of it, but I still like the one for GameCube. What about you, Katie? Anything else that you saw that like perked your interest that you say, what, this looked pretty cool?
The Fire Emblem crossover.
Shin Megami Fire Emblem.
Megami Tensei, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like how that looks. Like I didn't even realize that was a crossover. I just thought it was something new. Besides the whole Soccer Wars thing, it looks pretty interesting, and I would maybe purchase it because I like the anime feel of it. I just like it. I really do.
No, I understand. That's pretty cool. Anything else you want to? Oh, that's the one that stand out to you the most.
That's the one that really stood out to me most, and I was gonna say maybe you have to see first, but the Hyrule Warriors for the 3DS, but.
Yeah, because me and Katie talking about this is because we still go crazy in Hyrule Warriors, but again, if you don't have the cross-save play thing, freaking big. And yeah, if they could have that cross-save thing, that would be in Nintendo. That would be a plus, and that would be a day one for us. But if it's not, it might not be a purchase for us. But it is interesting. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so I can have Volga on the 3DS.
Yeah, that's our favorite character. All right, then what about you, Mike? If you're there, stick us. You might mute. Any game stand up and out of the digital direct or the treehouse that you want to talk about that you thought was pretty cool?
Oh, I'm here. Don't mind me. It's just that I'm doing quite a bit of typing as well, so I don't want to
Nah, but can you answer that question right there, though?
What, any game in the treehouse that really stood out for me?
Yeah.
Which I don't know which game did I enjoy, because the thing is I enjoyed the Treehouse overall, but I'm trying to think what game really stood out for me. Fast Racing Neo, because it was the first time we got to see like any major
From
gameplay demonstration of it,
yes. Uh-huh.
and I love space racers. There's so many genres of games that I love that aren't really around anymore. Space races is one of them. I've always loved space races. I always love things like Extreme G, Wipeout, F
Oh yeah.
Zero. Wipeout probably being one of my favorites. And Fast Racing Neo looks awesome. I mean, the game looks amazing. I'm not one of these people here that says I'm not one of these people that scream, oh, I don't care about the graphics as long as the gameplay is alright. I do understand why people are saying that, why people say that, and I respect you on that. But I do like I can appreciate when a lot of effort has gone into the game's graphics, and I can see that with Fast Racing. The game looks absolutely beautiful. It can rival, for an indie game, it could rival any big budget. It could rival any big budget AAA third party game right now. The game, and to know that it's that fast and frantic, it really
Okay.
does put a shame on third-party developers who can't even
Yeah.
get their games. It's not even about not running for me. It's not even about the fact that they don't put their games on the Wii U. That's their business. It's the fact that they have their games and they can't even get them to run properly on anything, including the PC. And here's this small company with a team of 10 people who have developed this game on what is supposed to be the weakest of the 8th gen consoles, and they've made it look as good as it does while running on a second screen, whilst having video streaming to a second screen at 60 frames per second, and it's fast and frantic, and it's just like, to know that a small indie team done that on the supposedly weakest it is probably the weaker next gen console, but let me just rephrase it for the fanboys out there. On a supposedly underpowered console, yeah, that really puts these big third party companies to shame. But also the gameplay just looks awesome. Like I said, I love space racers. I love space races just as much as I love space shooters. I mean, I'm just a space fanatic in general. And it looks awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to this game. So that was the game that appealed to me the most. In fact, I've always said, anytime anyone asks me who won E3, I always say this: the fucking indies.
Well,
Because
I
they
have
showed some of the best stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something about that later on, but that's pretty cool. Okay, that's good. What about you, Shepard? What game in the live that you saw other than what we talked about that stand out to you? Like, you know what?
One thing I was glad to see though was they showed the English voice acting for Xenoblade Chronicles X, and they showed gameplay footage for, that whatever that game is. I'm just gonna call it Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem because that's just easier to remember. I don't know what this
I know it's getting
Roki Goben, something like that. I can't remember.
yeah.
Hashtag FE.
That basically we call it hashtag FE. Okay, that's cool. What about you, Shepard? Any game that you saw that in the Treehouse or the in Nintendo Direct that you the event, you're like, you know what, that's pretty cool. Let me, that intrigue you.
Cuphead. No, I'm just playing.
You want to slap right now, don't you?
No, but Cuphead did look awesome, but it wasn't in the Treehouse.
Yeah,
I'm hanging out.
all jokes aside, there was a lot. So I can't really focus on anything in particular. I guess to be lazy, I'll roll with that robot fighting game because I really wanted to see some gameplay. Because when I saw it in the other direct the other day, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna pick this up. This looks fun. And Fast Racing Neo. I'm impressed. I was wondering if they would actually hold up to what they said, and Shannon did it. I don't know. I think one of them, they may have stolen somebody from the R&D department from Nintendo somehow and had them help them out. Because I don't know how a small group like that could do that on the Wii U, which is supposed to be, yeah.
So hard to develop for.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, hard to
But
develop,
like I said,
underpowered, blah blah blah.
I don't got to worry about that because again, the power thing is Michael just did with the whole supposedly the power. It's all right, but what they say, it's hard to develop for the Wii U. No, it ain't. It's the easiest console to develop for and the cheapest console to develop for. But the problem is though, people don't want to put in time in it. They just want to copy and paste, and that's what's happening right now with certain things. So that's cool. But I mean, like I said, that LBZ does look pretty cool though.
Yep,
So.
that caught my attention. I mean, there's other stuff, but those two are what really stuck out the most.
No, that's cool.
'Cause I want different things, man, and it's been a while since I've gotten into a mecha fighting game of that sort, and it's been a while since we've done any space racing of any kind, super fast racing. So, which
That's
is
cool.
almost the same title, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the last one was Wipeout on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And remember what they said. Remember what they said when they were demonstrating the game. That was one of the slowest speeds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the slowest speed.
It's because they said that was supersonic. That wasn't the ultrasonic and something else they had above that. I forgot what it was.
Hypersonic or something.
Hypersonic.
Crazy.
I think you're right. No, I think you're right. Hypersonic was
I
the
was
highest.
looking at that and I'm thinking that's the slowest.
I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be crazy.
You know.
Y'all better practice your reaction time, otherwise you will be blowing up a lot.
200 cc is gonna look like snail speed compared to this.
So guys, if you want to pick up this game, you may want to play nothing but 200cc for the next couple of months.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna be enough to help.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's a step in the right direction.
Yep, it is. All right, George. What about you? Anything that happened in the
I got
game
a couple. Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay. All right.
Of course, I like Devil's Third. I think it's a unique shooter, and of course, Fast Racing Neo, Xenoblade Chronicles. That's a great RPG made by Monolith Soft, Nintendo, and I think Mario Maker. Sure, they showed. I agreed. I think they showed a little bit too much of it in the direct because we got most of the information. Does that game have online multiplayer or whatever? Or I believe it does. But I like how all those games all have a unique sample that was never in the series before. Like Fast Racing Neo is a faster space racing game than others, like F-Zero. Of course it would be faster because it's the newest one, but I hope people go support Fast Racing Neo. If they support that, then it would show Nintendo that, hey, there's a demand for racing games on this console.
Well said. Well said. Continue, sorry.
Yeah, and same with Devil's Third. If people support Devil's Third, then it will show Nintendo that, hey, we need to get more unique, mature games like that on this console. And, same with Xenoblade. It'll show them that, hey, maybe next console we should get Kingdom Hearts or something like that, So, yeah.
That's if they want to money. That's if they want to money at it. But that's the hope.
George, you know you can't come with that common sense bullshit in this community.
But yeah, all jokes aside, he made excellent points. By us purchasing certain types of games that let Nintendo know we have interest in these type of games, and they may want to make more games along those lines. It's just comments.
No, you're right.
The problem is people are too busy bitching and quote unquote boycotting.
Hey, anybody who wants to boycott all they want. I really don't care. My point is, the game comes out, I could buy it. That's good. That's all I care about. You gonna say something, Shepard?
No, I was just say the smallest dog tend to bark the loudest.
Well, that's what most of this YouTube is. All the people making all the noise is people.
Well, you know what they say, empty barrels make the most
noise. Yeah.
Hey, oh, yep. Actually, that's even better.
Yeah. But anyway, since we cut through all that right there, like I said, we kind of cut this short and get anything.
These are just a bunch of people. It's just a bunch of people crying wolf, no Star Fox.
Okay. You're right, sir. But one thing me and Kay was thinking about is, and we have a video about that, and we explained that in our Nintendo video recap. And again, I would like, you don't have to agree with me, you could disagree with me, whatever. But I'll state some, and I want your thoughts on it. That basically that's what it is. And like I said, the video is on our channel. It's called and the Nintendo recap. Does gamers are gamers afraid of gameplay? Now the Nintendo digital event, as Shepard pointed out, as Michael pointed out, and anybody could point out, it started off good and it dropped into just an abyss. So, and I am not gonna stand up for nothing. And George even pointed out when he had his live things. I understand that, but you see, one of the things that I pride on, and I have to get claps up, thumbs up, whatever it is. All the games they announced from the digital back, the micro digital, to the stuff before to now, they had people actually. You saw actual gameplay, actual footage, actual people having fun with the game, reacting to the game. And that's something I wish, and this is no shade. This is really truth. I wish Microsoft and Sony did that. I really do. They did that to some game, but not all the games. This hype bubble is what's causing one of the bubbles right now to make the market's going to crash in the future.
No,
You got a couple games that looks good, and people are waiting for it next year. I understand that, and I have no problem with that. But what Nintendo did, which is everybody always said, but Nintendo don't care about the consumers. You know what? They gave you information that if you want to buy it, you buy it. If you don't want to buy it, but they gave you straight information. You saw people react. You saw gameplay footage, and like I said, when the game comes out, they gave you. It just stands out that way to me and to Katie, because we talked about this, and that's why we put it in our video. All right, if somebody disagrees with us, that's cool, but that's a fact point that. Can you tell me all those things that, because Final Fantasy VII, we don't know what's going to go with that game. If it's going to be this, it's going to be that. The battle system, nobody knows what the hell the battle system is. Show a little short trailer, people get hype about it. Okay, I can't discredit your hype, but you do not know nothing about that except for that CGI trailer. Nothing about that game. And I can list off many other games that did the exact same thing. If that what makes E3 very popular to all you guys, then okay. But again, I can't not turn down information that was presented to me 100% in front of my eyes that I could look at. So that's my statement. I'll start off again. What do you guys think about my statement? I hope everybody heard what I said. That's a long thing I just said right there. King Apache, what do you think what I just said about there?
What did you say? I'm just playing. I mean, you know what? That's sad because I was joking when I said, "What did you say?" Now I done really forgot. Fuck, that's crazy.
That's what you get.
That's what you get for being a smart ass.
Okay. Short version.
Yeah, sum it up.
Okay. The short version is one thing I pride Nintendo on is even like I said it, the digital event was abysmal, but they gave us actual gameplay footage of all the games that's been announced. All the games they put in the digital event and from the microtransaction. As a consumer, I like to see actual footage, what's going on. They gave me the information to do I want to buy the game or not buy the game. As an example of what I said about the hype thing, Final Fantasy VII, all we saw was a CGI trailer. We don't even know what the battle system will look like. We don't know what's going on. All we know is content. I can't say I'm happy that Nintendo did give us actual footage. And anybody else who did that in the Microsoft trailer, in the Microsoft I should say, and in the Sony or in the PC market, those guys who showed gameplay and everything, that's cool. I want more of that. So
yeah, I would rather I was telling people that when they were getting hyped for the Final Fantasy VII trailer, I was saying, you need to calm down because you don't know what that means. Like, okay, it's a Final Fantasy VII remake. Does that mean it's going to look like a new game, like a next generation title? Is it going to be just a visual upgrade? For all we know, the cutscenes are just upgraded, but the game looks like the PS1 game. I don't know what that is. It's the same reason why people were getting hyped for the Xbox game with the girl with the robot. The robot, she was like, take the ball out the one robot and put it into another. I don't know anything about the game other than what I saw. They didn't really even explain that much about it. I would rather see gameplay. The only problem with Nintendo was I felt that the gameplay they showed, not at the treehouse, but at least at the little, the digital event, I saw that gameplay before. That was the only problem I had, but I would rather see gameplay than just trailers.
Okay, that's cool to hear. Like I said, your opinions is. I mean, like I said, I like to have everybody have a wide range of opinions. What about you, Timer? What about my statement I just put out there?
Um, pretty much the same inside. Um, so I'm up here chilling and stuff. So, uh, shoot, not talking today. Um, yeah. Um,
God.
Do we need another short version?
yeah.
Okay,
I
I'll
got
tell
it.
you.
I got it. I got it.
Uh,
I got it. No, I got it.
That is
No,
special.
yeah, but pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much goes back to the I don't know, people. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's the same circle, merry-go-round. People get hyped, people get expectations up, and then they get disappointed. So it's obviously people should be more expecting for actual gameplay. And if they're more expecting for CGI trailers, then hey, I guess that's what they want to be. Keep having high expectations just to be failed. I don't know. Same old merry-go-round.
Okay, okay. Katie, what about you?
Um, yeah, I got nothing.
I love it. I love it. You just like y'all better pay attention because not repeating myself, and everybody's like,
Okay, Shepard, you up on the mic. What do you think what I just said?
okay. This thing is partially answering your question and then going back to what was stated at the beginning. It's going to be twofold.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
the thing that I've noticed is that I'll borrow from King Grimpachi a little bit. One of the mistakes Nintendo made is that they showed us what we've already seen before. I mean, we for the E3, as much as I hate to admit it, it is about hype. They want they're supposed to let people who have their systems be excited for what's coming, and for people who don't have the systems to be excited enough to purchase the system and buy the games. So gameplay is great. I love the gameplay. Nintendo needs to stick to that because they're real, they're honest. And we see what you see is what you get. However, for something that's hyped like E3, they should have shown us something different. Granted, I do understand some people only watch the E3, they don't see the direct, so I get that. So sometimes they do have to bring stuff they've already shown. But like one thing that was a big fail for me, Yoshi's Woolly World did not need to come back. We saw that last year. They could have just left that to the treehouse. It was a cute little story and I liked it, but that should not have been there. And who's making all that background noise? Usually that's Micah, but I don't think it's him this time.
I think it's still a timeout.
Oh, okay.
He paused himself out, sorry.
Okay.
But
But yeah.
okay, anything else you want to add to that? No, go ahead. If you have anything
Yeah.
to add to it.
Okay.
I-
So then the
I'll
hype.
answer after.
Oh, okay. He just did a Shep. I got attacked by someone just like me. Anyways, but yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, go ahead. I was about to say something, but I
Okay.
think you were trying to say something. Can you hear me?
No, because like I said, yeah, I can hear you. I mean, because basically I'm lagging out, going through some problems. So for some reason, the internet around my area that I have is acting foolishly. I got to fix that this week, hopefully. But no, if you have anything else to add to that, I was gonna say because I didn't hear half of the quite stuff you said.
Okay. Short version. I am pro gameplay because that's what really matters. However, this is E3, and then I don't tell them to follow what everybody do, but give you are supposed to kind of hype up your audience. So they should have at least shown more stuff that we didn't see prior to. That's my only gripe. Otherwise, I get what they tried to do, and they were in the right place. But they have to remember this is as much as I hate to admit it, they have to hype it up a little bit. Keep the gameplay. I don't want no CG trailers. Or if you do, keep only one or two. I prefer to see what we're actually getting, not a promise of what could or could not be. because that gets annoying and stale. I know everybody else does that, and sometimes the stuff is really cool, but at the end of the day, I want to see what I'm actually going to play. Because you could show
Okay.
me the coolest stuff and then turn around and then I'm like, wait, no, that was not what you showed me. Watch Dogs is a great example of that.
Yep. Okay, that's cool. I understand
Yeah,
that.
I got one more
What
thing to say.
about you, George?
What I
Yeah,
think
go ahead.
about it is that yes, I'm gonna continue what he said that you need to show gameplay at E3 because gamers want to see gameplay. Well, at least most of them, they want to see gameplay. They want to see gameplay because we have to feel what the game is actually about. If you see gameplay, if you see people playing up on the stage or online or streaming, that you have like this connection that hey, this game is gonna look at, or if it's not gonna look exactly like that, they usually tell you at the bottom of the screen that it's in beta. So um, another thing is that yes, I'm gonna continue that they should have showed some new stuff. They could have just showed a teaser trailer of whatever game. It really wasn't, you know, how you think the PlayStation 4 sold. It was all for hype. Basically, what they did is that they teased the PlayStation, showed it. The PlayStation 4. They didn't show the box until E3. They had like this whole teaser trailer. People were trying to figure out what it looked like and stuff like that. That's how it sold, off of hype and because of Microsoft's mistakes. So, um,
And
Microsoft would,
lies.
yeah, and lies. If Microsoft would have came out perfect, did it have no DRM? It would have sold. That's a great example of hype. That you have to have some type of hype. In
Yeah,
E3,
just meet us halfway. I mean, stick to your roots,
yeah,
but you gotta meet us halfway, Nintendo.
yeah, we want Nintendo to be Nintendo, making fun games, making unique games that people like to play. But they also have to compete in some certain type of way. Like yes, I do agree with the Water statement, how he said that they're not technically competing with Microsoft and Sony. That is right, and that's also not right because they're competing with them against the home console market. The 3DS, they're competing against Apple, Google, and LG and Sony because they all have phones, they all have tablets. So they're competing with both the mobile uh, manufacturers and the console manufacturers. So he does have a point, but you have to have some type of hype to any event you're doing, or people are not just going to show up, or next time people are going to be like, well, I'm not going to buy this console. Like some people are saying that they're not going to buy the NX. They don't even know what it is. So you can't really say that you're not going to buy it until you know what this thing is exactly is. You know, that's what I don't get. But yeah,
Okay, that's cool. I can respect your opinion, dude. That's cool. I understand where you're coming from. Double M, did they hit up on you yet or not?
Just go over what you was talking about again. Well, so many people spoke before me that I kind of lost my train. I kind of
Okay,
lost track of what was going on.
okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with people speaking
No,
before me.
no,
I'm
no,
just saying
no,
it's
no,
just
no,
part
no.
of
I
the
got you.
situation.
Look, I respect. Like I said, Nintendo had out of all the companies had more gameplay footage of all their games, but I still, and not only Nintendo only, but I respect anybody that showed gameplay footage and live reaction on the floor on the E3 floor. Like I said, Microsoft had some, Sony had some, but again, it was Nintendo had all the games. They showed every game on the floor. So hype is basically, as Shepard and George was saying, hype sometimes helps sell, get people excited about certain things, which is I understand that listening to what they're saying, I understand that. But I like, maybe because I'm the business side of things, and I like to, I could see from both sides and say, you know what, I like to see information and then make my decision. What do you think about the Treehouse Live and all those guys? For Nintendo, I should say. I'm babbling now.
So what? Just a Treehouse Live thing.
That's the short version. How about Treehouse Live?
I think their Treehouse Live was actually better than last year's. Like honestly, I think their Treehouse Live was honestly, I do think I prefer their Treehouse Live compared to last year's Treehouse Live. It was a lot more streamlined. They had a more they had a more energetic team that was involved in demonstrating the games and things like that. You know, they didn't spend too long on games they didn't need to spend too long, and it was, you know, and it made a lot of games that, you know, when I saw in the direct, I thought just looked okay. It made a lot of them look like must buys and look a lot very appealing. So yeah, I enjoyed the Treehouse stuff. You know, it was because, and I was glad that, you know, it goes back to what you were saying about, you know, Nintendo having trouble conveying the message of their games where you need to experience it. You got to see people experiencing the game and explaining what they're experiencing, which, you know, which just, it gives you a better idea of what the games are about. You know, so even though the digital event wasn't too great, I did thoroughly enjoy the Treehouse stuff. I mean, this was one of the first E3s where I've sat down throughout the whole E3 week, and actually throughout the whole throughout the whole few days of the show floor, and actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Because like usually after the pre E3 conferences, I just literally
No Life King.
I think now after the free E3 conferences, usually I just, you know, skip the rest of E3 and just watch the trailers or keep up with the news and stuff like that. You know, watch a demonstration here and there and whatnot, but I don't actually sit through what's going on the show floor, sit through like the whole 3 days of the show floor and everything like that. And this time, I mean, I didn't proper sit through from beginning to end. I mean, sometimes I skip bits just to get it over, and just to, you know, get past all like the unnecessary stuff that I don't really need, that I didn't feel I needed to see, you know. But for the most part, it was very enjoyable. I did really enjoy it, you know.
Okay, that's cool. All right,
It was
well, let's
better.
go.
It was better than seeing a Kickstarter. That's for sure.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna jump to that right now. But I want to give a shout. I basically want to give a thanks to this dude right here because I give a thanks to this dude right here because I watched his reaction, which is the only kind of reaction I could watch and not be like disturbed, and you know, just like I don't want to see all that and hear people jumping around and all that crap. And which is this, King, I have to say, your Xbox reaction with your boy Keys, that was the most funniest thing. I laughed my ass out in my office when I was at work. Your boy Keys was too much on that reaction video. And anybody out there who needs it, they need to go check that out. But with that said, what you know, Nintendo is what it is. I know I ain't gotta worry about Katie because she's, you know, I know how she is in a certain degree. What other game that piqued your interest? That was a PC or that was a Xbox or that was PlayStation? That it piqued your mind. Ooh. All right, George. Since you're talking, you talking before.
Okay.
What game piqued your interest?
Horizon. I want Horizon Zero Dawn. I think that looks like a good game for PlayStation. I would say Gears because they did show gameplay of it, so I'll say Gears of War. The thing that I did not like about Gears of War because it seemed like the trailer was too dark. I don't know if it was on my end, but it seemed like it was too dark.
Dude, so everybody would say that.
Yeah, so I was not able to see a lot of stuff, but it looked pretty good. I like their Recore game from Microsoft. It looks pretty good. Maybe that new Rare title, Sea of Thieves. It's good to see Rare making new games again, new IPs. So I'll do that. I think this new Assassin's Creed is gonna be somewhat decent. I'm not gonna get that one, but I might get it used or something. I didn't like the PC conference, you know. So what
okay,
other?
I understand. Yeah. That's cool.
That's about it.
Okay, that's cool. King Apache, you in? You still here, right? He logged out. King Apache, are you still there? It must have logged out. He's gone someplace else. All right. I'll pass it on to Shepard. Hey, I don't know if you saw anything else, but is there anything else in the gaming that you saw that was pretty, that, you know, from the other consoles that, like, you know, make you say, oh, I want to check that out?
He's out too.
I noticed.
No.
I want to
I'm
know if
here.
everybody's out.
I'm here. Hello.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Unraveled. I liked Unraveled. That was different. If y'all seen, EA actually surprised me.
Yeah.
Unraveled. Cuphead. Horizon.
For the win.
Let's see what else. Recore. By the way, everybody pay attention to Inafune. This dude is trying to become a new Capcom. He's like in everything nowadays. Inafune-san.
Yeah.
Recore. I'm not sure if it's gonna be as great as everybody's hyped about, but that definitely caught my attention. Let's see what else caught my attention. Granted, I don't think I'll ever get it because it seems a little. Well, no, I'll talk about it in the Game is a Large podcast. But the augmented reality thing was kind of cool. With the Minecraft thing, that was interesting. The problem with me is a lot of this stuff seemed almost too good to be true. And usually with these other companies, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. But yeah, that looked good. Doom actually caught my attention. It's not my cup of tea usually because I've grown past that as I've gotten older. Gore is not my thing anymore. But that took me back to when I was in the computer lab, scared as a kid, playing Doom. That was the shiznit. So I saw that Doom game and I was like, yeah. So Doom was hot. I don't know if I'll buy it because I've kind of grown past that now, but it definitely caught my attention. But yeah, all the way Cuphead, Unraveled, Horizon. Those were the three that got the most attention from me that I could think of off the top of my head.
Oh, that's cool. No problem. All right. I'm actually getting King. Are you there? Maybe he's still out. All right, then I'll pass the mic. I'll pass the mic on to Tom. You're there.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, good. Anything else at E3 that caught your eye other than that's outside of Nintendo that you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. That looks cool.
Yeah.
And the Square thing was hot. Sorry, there was a lot of lies and fake stuff, but the Square conference I liked. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it was almost as if that conference was now in development. No.
I got you, but let's get time out. Anything you want to say? Let time out get his point. What you say now? Time out.
Just that first game Sony show. I don't remember what it was called.
Horizon.
Yeah, that game. Yeah. That cup game.
Okay.
And Dreams. And
Dreams was different. I like that.
Yeah, I like the Dreams game. Yeah. And
yeah, Dream. Yeah, I forgot.
That's because that was pretty interesting. And there was this one game that I was very. Did you say that we were excited about, or what was the term you used? What's the term that you used? Yeah, interested. There was one game I was interested in.
Hyped.
I thought it stole the show. It stole the show from me because this game called No Man's Sky, because it reaffirmed how worthless I think that game. How worthless I think that game's gonna be. The actual gameplay. Did you see him trying to make it seem like it was actual fun when he tried to show it?
Yeah.
I was like,
okay,
dude, just hang it up, man. Just hang it up. You could join any side that you wish. What side? They're just shooting and you just join in. That don't make no sense. What do you? I was like, oh, just give it up.
No, dude. You're just a hater, man. You're just a hater, son.
I get my award for
potential is limitless.
Oh my goodness, you guys are too much. All right. What about you, Micah? Anything that you saw on the outside of Nintendo that you are interested in?
Does it have to be E3?
Well, they showed it at E3.
Oh,
E3?
the Transformer brawling game that looked hot. Where they use the old Transformer look. And if you see that, Platinum's working on it.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Ratchet and Clank looks awesome.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't show it, I know.
Well, there was a demonstration on the show floor. There was a playable demo on the floor.
I know that.
I mean, Horizon looked really, really good. And it's a shame because I don't think anyone's going to buy it, but it looks like an awesome game. if I, you know, I mean, I plan on getting a PS4 at some point, probably sometime next year. So, if I when I do get it, I'll definitely pick it up because well, I'll check out the reviews and stuff first, and then pick it up because
Okay.
obviously it's a new IP. So with any new IP, you know, there's always, you know, you never know which way it's really and truly gonna go, but it does look like it will be a really, really good game. And from what I know, Guerrilla Games hasn't really made any bad games. Okay, what games have they made that's bad?
I guess some
Apart,
kill zones.
apart from maybe
Some.
Killzone 1.
Yes. I didn't really like Shadowfall. I
Oh,
think,
okay.
yeah, if you try it, you know, yeah.
But to be fair, I haven't really played any of their games, but from what I've seen from their reputation, besides Killzone 1, I haven't really seen them, you know, I haven't really seen any of their games that get any majorly bad critical acclaim.
No.
So, you know, I'm sure what they're going to make with Horizon is going to be a good game. Recall looks interesting. I mean, the only thing is it's just a CG trailer at the moment, so until I see some actual gameplay, I don't really know what to think right now, but it does look like an interesting concept. I think, what else was there that looked really good? Some of the indie
Beautiful
games
choice
looked
of
really
words.
good. Some of the indie games looked really good, such as Unraveled, Cutman, Fast Racing Neo, obviously. What else is there? Star Oceans looked really good. Doom 4 looked awesome. Like it just looked really fun. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I think this is just my bias because I'm from London and it's based in London.
Yeah.
But you know,
I saw your post on that.
Yeah.
considering that I got kind of bored with the Assassin's Creed franchise since Assassin's Creed 2, although I have been wanting to play Assassin's Creed 4 simply because of a lot of the pirate journeys and stuff. But yeah, this looked like it will help. This looks like how it will help me get back into Assassin's Creed. I mean, it looks very interesting, and I loved the Cockney British voice acting. Like I love because I'm from North London, you know, and North and East London was where you had a lot of like where a lot of the Cockney speaking came from. So you know, I really like that. You know, they've got like the Cockney speaking English language there. I think I just hope they have some of the rhyming slang as well.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so I want to hear some up the frog and toad and off to the rubber dub and hopping me Jimmy Choos and all that kind of stuff.
I hear you.
Halo 5 looks pretty interesting. But
what about Call of Duty though? Don't you think Call of Duty looks good?
Funny enough, Call of Duty didn't look too bad. It didn't look too bad, but it's Call of Duty. It is what it is.
But it's futuristic looking now.
Call of Duty is Call of Duty. So.
Call of Duty is Call of Duty.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I don't think the game is bad by any means. I used to be a big Call of Duty player with Modern Warfare 4 and World at War. But Call of Duty is just Call of Duty. I have no, you know, a lot of people have some kind of malice to the game and stuff like that because it gets repeated all the time. I mean, I do think it's repeated. I do get, you know, no, I get bored of the fact that people keep saying that they keep repeating Call of Duty yet go in droves to buy the game. That's what annoys me. It's not so much the game. I have no issue with the game itself. It's just the people's attitude. Yes, the gamer's attitude towards it. It's just like, you know, you complain that the game is repetitive, that it's the same game all the time, you know.
Trust me.
Then you go out in droves to buy it. So
yeah, if people would not buy it year after year after year, Activision would not be making it year after year after year. They stopped Guitar Hero for a little bit because people stopped buying it. And then now they're starting back up Guitar Hero.
Yep,
know?
we are the problem.
Yeah.
We are our own worst enemy. When we buy garbage, they will continue to shovel out garbage to us.
Yep.
But yeah. So I don't think Call of Duty is a bad game. You know, it's a solid, consistent franchise. So you know, it's not amazing, but they're consistent with it. You know,
I got you.
thing.
I think you
I
listed
think
off
that's.
pretty
I
good
think. I
amount.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I listed off enough. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
that's
I'll-
yeah. That's my list. That's my list of
Okay.
games that I thought were pretty interesting.
Anything you wanna add to
Oh,
anything?
wait, I
Katie?
forgot.
What?
Ghost Recon Wild Hunt looks really,
Oh
really good.
yeah.
And
That was alright. And the Rainbow Six.
and it's only because I'm a very biased Star Wars fan. Star Wars Battlefront was awesome.
Yeah,
Star Wars,
Battlefront.
That looked
you know.
okay.
But I just
Hopefully keep
know,
the promise,
Too
good to be true.
That's
I
what
just-
saved EA's press
I just-
conference.
yes, that's what made
What about
me
the
enjoy it.
Minions game? I thought that saved the conference.
Yeah, just now. But yeah.
Screw you, I like Minions.
Oh, and Plants vs Zombies 2 look really good.
Okay.
But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront looks really good. But it's EA. I just know they're gonna do something to f it up.
All right, that's cool,
And
man.
it's DICE developing it as well. Of recent, DICE hasn't had a very good track record of making fully working games.
Battlefield
got you.
4, for example.
Exactly.
I got what you guys are saying. Okay, how about, I'll ask this on, do you have anything to add to it, Katie, or that you saw that's interesting or not?
The only thing I saw interesting really was, I think, Unraveled.
Okay.
You have good taste, Katie.
Very good taste.
All right, well, I'm going to ask one more time, because like I said, unless he's quiet or he's just playing games too much, King, are you back in, or you can hear us? King and Pachi.
No answer.
He's stealing someone's soul right now.
Okay, well, basically I'll wrap this up, but let me put it this way. What I saw, to me, and this is fact, really, because the game, who won E3, if anybody had to say it, the people who won E3 to me was PC. You know why I say that? Because
everything's going to
all
PC.
the games is coming to PC.
It's true.
Everything coming to
Most of the stuff that
Final
most of the
Fantasy
stuff-
World is not going to PC yet.
No. Well, yeah, but here's what I'm
that's
saying.
another game that looked interesting. Final Fantasy World does
Yeah,
look very
okay,
Yeah,
good.
well,
I'm picking that up.
Yeah, here's what this is what I'm saying that for. Even though forget the problems with Shenmue right now, because there's new headaches that just popped up with Shenmue. But forget that. Shenmue is a PlayStation, and the Kickstarter, as Double M said, it's crazy. It's gonna be a PC game as well, so I gotta worry about nothing. Black Ops 3 PC, I gotta worry about nothing. Just Cause 3 PC, Hitman PC. There's a Tales game coming out. A Tales game is coming out. One's for the consoles, and one is for the consoles and PC, which I'll pick up for the PC. Cuphead. Sorry, Microsoft. I'm gonna go get it on PC.
All the Microsoft games are on PC anyways.
This is the problem.
But Halo.
This is the problem. This is my biggest issue with the Xbox conference. I'm not saying it's a bad conference, but I say last year's was better because they showed more games that were, they showed more exciting games and that were more exclusive to their platform. This year, a lot of the games that they showed are coming to PC.
Well, to add on to what you just said, Final Fantasy VII is a time exclusive. And it might come to PC. Same thing and Tomb Raider.
No, I know Shet's gonna get pissed at me for this, but I really don't care about Final Fantasy.
Well, it depends. Like I said, Final Fantasy. I love the game. I played the original
It depends on what Final Fantasy we're talking about, actually.
7.
I don't care about. I don't care about any Final Fantasy. I never played them. I never got into them. I don't really care about Final Fantasy.
Okay, all right. This is
I know that's like blasphemy. I know that's blasphemy to any major JRPG. I know it's blasphemy to any major JRPG fan, but out of, there's so many good JRPGs out there that, I don't really care to find time for Final Fantasy.
Well, you
Okay.
know what? Considering how far Square has fallen, as much as I want to jump through the screen and do inappropriately violent things to you, I see where you're coming from, so I'll give you a pass.
Okay. Final Fantasy 15 looks pretty cool. Like, other than Double M, Final Fantasy 15, the way the battle system is looking right now, it looks like a good, fun gameplay to play. But again, other than that, I am talking about Final Fantasy 7. It's a time exclusive. Unless I see the battle system, I'm not jumping to that because it depends on the battle system when
My,
it comes to
my,
RPG
my
games.
concern with that, though, is that the people who worked on 13 is working on that, so I'm
I didn't like
pretty
13. I don't like
Yeah,
13
I didn't
system.
like 13
so
either.
I'm concerned they might use that battle engine.
Well, we don't
Cause
know yet because all we got was a CGI trailer. So hell,
man,
a CGI
that
clip.
game's not coming out till at least 2017, anyways,
Yeah. So, but my
at the
point is,
earliest.
but my point still continues. Is a time exclusive. It might come out to the PC again. Come out to the PC. Of course. Then you have what else do you have? Dang it, I'm trying to
PC
say.
1E3.
Yeah, you have the exclusive like Doom and Fallout and all the other stuff that's I mean not Fallout, but I mean Doom and stuff that's gonna come to PC, that's for sure. But also add to that, even some of the Nintendo indie games is on PC like Freedom Planet and stuff like that. They basically had the consoles and all the developers showed off. Hey, PC didn't really have to do nothing except to say, hey, they're coming to PC. Just
They
buy it.
just be like, just like at E3, everything on E3 except for some of the Nintendo stuff is coming to PC. So go buy our stuff.
Yeah, because I've seen others guys like, oh man, Tomb Raider is PC. That's the only thing that makes me don't want to buy
Killer
all these
Instinct's now
consoles.
coming out on PC too. Yes, yes.
And of course, the next Titanfall is gonna come out on PC. So it's just
And
like,
PlayStation 4, you know.
well, yeah, but that's understandable.
Yeah.
But again, but my point still is, all the big games that's third party is coming to the PC. Now, it is I am because of Double M cracked he cracked his joke, but I understand he knows what he's talking about. I am gonna do a video about the rig that I got that I'm gonna play my games and everything on, because again, just to show that not only Nintendo games consoles I have PC as well. But my point is, all those games are for PC. That's it. I'm like, why would I buy a PlayStation again? The Horizon looks very interesting. I like Horizon. That looks pretty cool, as everybody said here. And I love the art style.
Different.
Again, it's different, and I love the art style.
Yeah,
I love
it looks
the
like,
art style.
I'm sorry for cutting you
Go-
off, but it looks like Metroid and Zelda. Like, Zelda Wii
That's
U.
that's exactly
Yeah.
that is exactly what I said. I said it. I said it looks like literally Link and Samus got together and had a baby, and that's the product they used.
It's a very interesting game. I like Double M said. Let's
I mean,
hope that
Samus was
it-
supposed to be a redhead originally anyway, so that makes sense.
I mean,
Let's see.
even that enemy at the end looked like some kind of modified version of Ridley.
Okay, now you're stretching it a little bit now,
Yeah,
but
I was
okay.
like, okay.
But
Hence why I said modified.
I hear you. But
A lot
anyway,
of modified modification.
you're right. But anyway, all those games are coming to PC. So hey, PC knocked it out of the park at E3 because those games I'm gonna enjoy. So I don't worry about nothing. But with that said, I want to, like I
PC
said,
elitist bastard.
whatever.
PC's the
But-
way forward, man. The
but
PC
with-
master race, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what his master race. That's right.
I know, right? But whatever we've said, like I said, I thank everybody out there who listened to the Endcast. I thank everybody out there who has looked at E3. There were, as Double M said, there were a lot of people that was butthurt, and I wish you all the best of luck. I'm sorry, I can't go with you guys with that anger and that vitriol for a hobby that I have the option to take part in or not take part in, buy or not buy. I'm not forced to buy video games.
And if you're still arse hurt, go to the chemist. They have butt paste, hemorrhoid cream, all kind of shit. To help you.
Well, hey, Mr. T had a video about that butt cream thing, that butt paste. He had a video about that.
Silence is golden.
Shots fired.
But But my point is, like I said,
No, you
we're in a
keep saying but.
I know, right? But in a capitalist nation that we are in Europe or in America itself, you have the choice to buy games or don't buy games. Be thankful that you're not in freaking China again. Once I've said it, you are not in China where you have only 5 games to buy. That sucks.
Yeah.
If you want 5 games, only 5 games, and they're not even the best games, go live there. Be grateful that you are what you are, and stop bitching about you can't. This is not perfect. That's perfect. It's never been a perfect game. Never been a perfect console. Never been a perfect company. Never been. So stop. So my hype for certain things are different to us, when it comes to gaming. But like George said, you built it up, and then when you fall down, it's funny. The only thing I have to say, it's funny when people build certain things up and their expectation falls down. They don't blame themselves for building their own hype up. They always blame somebody else. That's something I never understand. It does irritate me to a degree when I see guys like, oh man, you saw this rumor, and you saw this about this. I'm like, until Microsoft, Sony, whatever said it actually, why would I be hype about it? And then the next thing you know, it fell flat. And like, oh man, Microsoft, Nintendo sucks because Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo suck because no, you built the hype up. That was your fault. So I don't understand why the hype for the certain things like that goes. But again, that's what's gonna be a part about the gaming market. I have a couple of videos that's coming out talking about some stuff that hopefully my channel will change to. I don't want to be drama filled with a lot of stuff. So what's been going on in certain communities. So we'll see how that works out. Other than that, like I said, you go to like I said, I know Shepard is a busy guy. You will catch him tomorrow on the Gamers at Large podcast. So check him out there if he decides to go in. George basically has with his team everything. He has his E3 videos, of course.
Yeah.
For what happened at E3, he has his conferences and his thoughts about it, which is pretty cool. You go check his channel. It's still Team Everything, or has it changed to something different?
It's Team Everything. It's
Okay.
still that.
Okay, Team Everything. And I was just making sure because something was Fusion and I was
Yeah.
just making sure.
It's just that that how it's weird, like how YouTube, how sometimes like I can log in as my account, like use my email, but I can't like use my YouTube channel account on Google Hangouts. It's weird. So I just created a separate account just to do Hangouts.
Okay, that's cool. That is cool. So that's all right. So you could go out and check his reaction videos to what's happening in E3. And I said, hopefully, because my boy is in California right now, he's gonna get back to Tennessee, whatever. I know time out. Sooner or later he's gonna jump in and do some videos, of course, because I know he had some thoughts.
I'm gonna do them before I go back.
Oh, okay, there you go. So get ready for time out for his video returns. Okay, it's been a long time. Of course, and then
It's
I can't
been a
even.
long time since I left you. Sorry.
All right, I mean,
No, means
Step
two.
oh my God. And of course, you have Double M Micah, who he has started a new community called what is it,
Outside the box gaming.
Outside the Box Gaming on the Google Plus. Yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. If you're cool, common sensible people, and have respect for everybody's thoughts,
And you don't want to be involved in this stupid civil war that is going on in gaming right now.
Because every game, I like how people say, "Oh, Nintendo Civil War." Every console has a Civil War. Yeah,
Well,
fanboys.
when I say civil war, I don't mean Nintendo. I just mean gaming overall.
No, that's
Fanboys getting out of control.
But that's what I'm just gonna say. Yeah, you have like Shepard said before. You have the PC elitists. Then you have guys who just love PC games. You have Nintendo. They have Nintendo fanboys. You have PlayStation and blah blah blah. Every console has one. And they all have their own. They all have their own Civil War going on. But it's a community
I'm with Grimpachi on the whole, gaming kumbaya peace thing.
I got you. Well, like I said, he has this community. Also, he has a live reaction and some videos that satire and some stuff that he's posted because it was funny because 2 weeks ago he was like, man, I'm just doing the podcast and stuff like that. Now he's posting these videos like left and right now. So
guys, do man.
No, I got you, but you used to post it like once a month. Now it's like I saw a couple more than usual. So
well,
you could
there's more things to take the piss out of recent.
You're right. But anyway, you could go to his
In
channel
fact,
and check out.
I'm putting up another satire video tonight, actually.
Okay, and it'll be the first people to watch tomorrow. But check out his satire videos and also his podcast about damage control, which basically he kind of it's funny. You go to the comment section, he kind of trick people to show themselves, which is people never. It's funny. People just watch the title and never listen to stuff.
Well, it's just, that's what I was expecting, and it looks like it was a success.
It was a trap, and people were dumb
It's a
enough to fall
trap.
right into it. Exactly. It's a trap.
Everything is proceeding as I have
Body walk.
foreseen.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, basically, he did that video right there to catch people. Hey, it is what it is to that point. Like I said, I'll ask one more time. I'll ask one more.
Fanboys are.
I'll ask one more time. Maybe he's out. Well, like I said again, King Rupachi, you still there, or you busy, or you out? Okay, he is.
Okay.
So, all right. So I mean, he has some videos
Now,
on his
Harlequin
channel.
DC is fired.
I know, right? He has a video, and I have to say his video reaction to Xbox is funny because of his friend Keys. That thing is, I would laugh because that guy was just like, man, forget this thing, man. They showing all these CGI stuff. I can't even see the damn game with all this. I mean, he just had me laughing, going further and further into that darkness of Microsoft. But other than that, check out these guys' channel. Like I said, Enduo is a channel. I mean, I want to shout out to a guy, Elite Gaming HD. I gotta shout out to him. He's also has the next channel that is calm, cold, collected, has no problems in it, with no bitching and no moaning as most people are. And he basically stand up and say, hey. He know that Enduo is a Nintendo fan, but just like I've said, I've stayed neutral on many things. If I disagree with you, I disagree with you, but I've never been disrespectful to you. So
I didn't expect you guys to be down there.
So I hope everybody out there go and check out the our reaction videos about E3 from all consoles from the Enduo channel. And I wish you all the best of luck. So you know what? This is the Endcast. Remember, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply play your games.